best disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Didn't believe me. Tell them I get filthy rich, they didn't believe me. Rocks all in my bitch, yeah, they didn't believe me. Horses all in my whip, yeah, they didn't believe me. House on my wrist, yeah, they didn't believe me. Tell them I get filthy rich, they didn't believe me. Rocks all in my bitch, yeah, they didn't believe me. Horses all in my whip, yeah, they didn't believe me. House on my wrist, yeah, they didn't believe me. This journey's been tough as a bitch, but I made it look easy. Waking up, thank God that I'm breathing. Doing me, I ain't giving no reason. Been on since I gave him no season. Tell a little buff, I had to get even, Steven. For the fam, you know that I'm bleeding. From the dirt, breaking bread with the gang, we ain't never had shit. On the way, taking everything, and I keep a bad bitch. Came home and I ran it up, nah, I'm the man, bitch. Gotta let it bang, we don't play games. Bring the color on the moon ring. Eating good, no ace hood, yeah. We bow, no bracelets. Fuck the law, just a nice iced out on the mall. Lil' mama said she wanna get involved. Hop in and we taking off. Told the bros we finally on. Didn't believe me. Tell them I get filthy rich, they didn't believe me. Rocks all in my bitch, yeah, they didn't believe me. Horses all in my whip, yeah, they didn't believe me. House on my wrist, yeah, they didn't believe me. Tell them I get filthy rich, they didn't believe me. Rocks all in my bitch, yeah, they didn't believe me. Horses all in my whip, yeah, they didn't believe me. House on my wrist, yeah, they
Never forget what you got right now. This pressure can make you forget everything that you got right in your hand. Never forget to look right out of your eyes and what's right in front of your face. Man, this pressure got me thinking that my life is only stressing. This pressure got me thinking of myself as something lesser. This pressure got me fresher than a diamond. Learn a lesson, cause this pressure make you notice that you really getting better. This pressure can't hold me back, I'm moving past the threshes. This pressure never made me quit, I do it for the pleasure. In the center of the pressure, I had to bless her, cause she holding back my temper. Hard to measure all this pressure. I can't change the way the game is meant to play. When you feel the song, the words they make you sing. I'm a king, the throne is where I'm meant to stay. This pressure make you change the way you feel today. Make you float away again, you fly to space. Make them say the word that's given me the praise. Need to raise the way I give you hope again. Kinda strange, the pressure make it a diamond face. Down on my ass, hit the gas, now I can't let it off. I can't relax, never slack, I've been switched to sauce. You overlook what really matters, feel like Randy Moss. I put the goodies in the bag, I believe in the cross. You know you get just what you want, but you ain't getting mine. I'm on that grind, I put in time, and now I cash a dime. I get my money when I want, I never wait in line. The pressure changing in the light, my brother look you shine. Man, this pressure make you wish you had it better. This pressure make you think the end is really better. This pressure will turn you to a diamond if you let it. This pressure, I never take it lightly and I bet it. This pressure make you feel like you started forgetting. This pressure make a boy rise up to the occasion. This pressure make you forget you need a vacation. This pressure got me stressing out, I started pacing this.
Keep a shorty on me, see notes all in my jeans, smoking on my green, and I do it easy. Keep a shorty on me, see notes all in my jeans, smoking on my green, and I do it easy. Oh, and I do it with easy, and I do it with easy, and I do it with easy. Dog, you better believe. Get cash till we R.I.P. Dot my I's and cross my T's. Stand my Q's and D's. Kill the show with Marco B. Then I just repeat. Johnny Bob for hey baby. Come and ride with a king. Show you good life and expensive things and everything in between. Then it's back to getting that cheese. Gotta pave the way for my team. Shout out Payroll, forget me out the nosebleeds. Staying first like wintergreen. I'm just ballin', no Kareem. Getting ruthless, easy E. I'm the GOAT with this
it ain't hard to see. You want these bars, just know what comes with a fee. Gotta keep the mouth to feed. So ain't shit for free, and I'm way ahead of the league. Yeah, way ahead of the league.
Keep a shorty on me. See no all in my jeans. Smoking on my green, and I do it easy. Keep a shorty on me. See no all in my jeans. Smoking on my green, and I do it easy. Oh, and I do it with easy. And I do it with easy. And I do it with easy. And I do it with easy.
This year in December, I just want a college general. Buy some liquor, drink some liquor. Hire stripper, fire strippers. Anything to make me richer. Tryna paint a bigger picture. Racks falling out my britches. I don't really get the money, stack the money. Give majority to mommy. Tell my brother that I love him. If they touch him, I'ma burn him. If it's a lesson, he learned it. I gave him racks, he earned it. Give him some racks, he earned it. Give him some racks, he earned it. My mama still struggle. I used to steal for her. Now I be still for her. I got a real daughter. Nigga, a whole daughter. Now I got priorities. I got a whole for her. I gotta be bold for her. But it won't let me. Try to be humble, but nigga, I'm stressing. I act like I'm up, but really I be flexing. If I gotta pay, I act like it's nothing. Hoes addicted to bubbling. Hold the shit like the cuddling. I make them pretty girls fall in love with me. This year in December, God, I need a college journal. That'll really make me richer. That'll really make me bigger. Racks falling out my britches. Racks falling out my britches. This year in December, I just want a college journal. Buy some liquor, drink some liquor. Hire stripper, fire strippers. Anything to make me richer. Tryna paint a bigger picture. Racks falling out my britches. I don't really get the money, stack the money. Give majority to mommy. Tell my brother that I love him. If they touch him, I'ma burn him. If it's a lesson, he learned it. I gave him racks, he earned it. Give him some racks, he earned it. Give him some racks, he earned it.
Dubstep, whatever you got.
I gotta do it for the click. When I woke up, I knew I was a shit. Yeah, I used to make it flip. And now I'm on planes and my watch don't tick. I had to turn the heat up like I'm cooking up a brick. And the ones who used to know me, they just wishing I was slip. I'm spitting out the barrels and words like a clip. Say it once, got meticulous, working out the mix. Your bitch drive clutch, got it working on the shift. Been about my bucks, working on my chip. And you'll never get a dime, not even when I'm rich. I had a couple demons trying to put me in a ditch. It's crazy where you come from, and people start to judge you. When shit go down, you gon' find out who love you. And yeah, you wasn't there when I was going through the shakes. Now you wanna be here when I'm getting to this cake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And now I pray to God that all gangsters go to heaven. I swear my life changed when I was talking to the Reverend. And my grandma told me keep my head up and count my blessings. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And now I pray to God that all gangsters go to heaven. I swear my life changed when I was talking to the Reverend. And my grandma told me keep my head up and count my blessings.
Beatboxing not included.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius. Autobots, share the stream.
Seriously?
Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Alright, what up, y'all? Shout out to everybody if you can tapped in to that Dorky Review Show. I'm your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka El Dorky Corbone, aka Dorkisto Kinsey, aka we got way too many damn freaking names or whatnot. I rap, I produce, I mix and master, and of course I do this show daily to, of course, review and react to y'all music. Independent artists only. Try not to send any industry artists that are already on the radio and have major record label contracts, because they do affect our streams often. Even if you're just rapping to the beat from a Drake or Kendrick or Jay-Z or whoever it might be, they'll pick it up like it's the actual song, and certain platforms, you know, just kind of get blocked, flagged, muted, you know, different things like that. If you're a singer, same thing with if you just get a Michael Jackson instrumental and you try to do something to it, like, listen, y'all be trying squadiddle shit, man. We in here. It's 1 to 10 in terms of the feedback that we do give to the show, as well as any constructive criticism that you guys are willing to pass out per record. And it's completely free to submit to our show, but you can pay to skip the line if you do want to get played quicker or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion, of course.
Yo, nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries.
And we also do giveaways on the show if we happen to reach 100, 200, or 300 by the end of the episode. That means if we have a lot of artists who do skip the line, I always go to the earned amount section and sort of like count how many that we do have or whatnot. If it gets to 100, 200, or 300, we will activate a giveaway wheel that we do on the show, where you're able to win free skips, free beats, free mixes and masters, just mini prizes and more.
I think I've taken too many drugs and I'm in another universe, and I was trying to get buzzed in the studio and do a verse, but now I'm seeing an image of Coolio on Jupiter. If I was in the hospital, I probably want to do the nurse. Out of all 80s movies, I'm watching Ferris Bueller first. I'll walk right up to a bully and be like, homie, do your worst. If you don't got any gas, a freaking Razor scooter works. This one ain't for the kiddies, so Super Steve, you can curse. I'm spaced out in a politics.
I really wanna grow up, cause I don't wanna go down. Someday I'm gonna blow up. They love it how my flow sounds. You hate on me, but so what? I know you wanna throw down, but I just wanna throw up. Someone give me a bow now. I just wanna be a doodle chillin', but I'm always dealing with the madness. I just wanna be up on the beach, up in the white, chillin' with a bad bitch. I just wanna live up in the city where they hear me and they go bananas. I just wanna hear the word, and every little girl is dealing with a sadness.
I wasn't nice in class. I would always like to laugh and always get in trouble from my teachers cause I'm writing raps. My bad. Vanilla Ice was trash. I'm never on a righteous path. I threw a diaper at my wife and then get sliced in half.
I think that's all the house rules outside of don't send title, Apple Music. That's it. Those don't send title, Apple Music. Spotify is fine. YouTube, MP3s, SoundCloud, BandLab, Bandcamp. We are live via all platforms at the same time. So shout out to TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch as we wind up. Also, Nick Lowe, are you in the building or whatnot? So I can basically show you what I was talking about. Also, let me get in this. Oh yeah, I'm in the other. Stop it. I forgot I'm in the other screen or something like that. So, before I actually start, we put a question mark there and throw this up. Okay, so I think you pretty much got it by my explanation, but certain things in the session are pretty much like out of place. Like a lot of the ad-libs, you put a lot of them in the beginning, for example. So like if, let's say the parts that are like completely fine, I forgot which one I would go to, but hold on.
Thank you, Lord.
Hold on.
I couldn't do nothing with
like a lot of those vocals in terms of you doing a little bit more within there. Like the longer ones seem like they're in the right place that they need to be.
Thank you, Lord.
Right? But in the very beginning, like let's just say like when I like threw everything in the entire session together, right? But just threw everything in the beginning, like right from the moment that the beat starts. And this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them just start playing at the same time, and it doesn't feel like they're a part of that specific section. So what I'm saying is for you to export the, like, basically organize it as best you can to the session that you have. So if you have a lot of the ad libs, let's say you may have, for all I know, you have like 4, 5, maybe 6 tops ad lib tracks, right? Like if it's on track 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or something like that, those may be ad lib tracks on its own, and they're all like spread amongst whatever track that it's on. But the way you send it to me is each take for some of these smaller ones, and the ad libs are basically all like jumbled into the beginnings or whatnot. So I'm basically asking you to line it up, export it, no effects, no anything, and then send them that way, and we should be good. Hopefully you, yeah. It's like, whoa, I'm saying. So that again, and so for me, like, I can do it, but you know that would take a hell of a longer time, having to go individual. Okay, let me go to this one right here.
I know if he did it for me.
And I literally have to figure out where that specific one part is on the song, and then place it sort of like where that number, you know, might be or whatnot. And that'll be a more tedious way to go at things. But just make sure things are a little bit more lined up, so I can do what I gotta do a little bit more fast, and we should be good. Y'all like, what are you even talking about? Listen. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start the show as per usual. See who we got first. Cody. Hey, yo, Mr. Cody. Hey, yo. So we got Cody up first. And this one just says, for Dork.
For me, thank you. Thank you.
Didn't I just... Gotta re-download it.
Nationwide is on you.
I keep doing it. I keep doing it the way that the actual thing goes, and not the one she did.
Is on your side.
Alright. What do we have here? Mr. Decoded. Hold up. Mr. Decoded. You know, if I go with everyone, I don't know if I'm... Gotta rap to this shit, I wanna try it. I'm just sending out emails. There's a lot of time when you don't wanna get killed. If you really wanna rap fast, then you probably have gotta get drilled. When it comes to the beat, I don't even know what to do, but you know what, I am fucking deceased. That means I'm dead and shit. A lot of times people be like, what the fuck's in your head and shit? And they're all freaking tired and just wanna go to bed and shit. But listen, I don't know if like y'all have watched Judge Dredd and shit. Like it was cool. And there's a lot of time where I ain't listening when in the school. Listen, in the inner tube, there's lots of air. And there's a lot of people who hear you rap, but ain't got to care. Sometimes I will make sure that a lot of y'all are trying to eat pasta where y'all can. And people be like, y'all don't know if y'all am or is whatever thing I'm supposed to say, and people don't know what the hell to do, but y'all have no decay, and all of y'all freaking teething, y'all know what the y'all gon' freaking do when you come through, and I do this on a different weekend. When it comes to y'all churches, you need a different deacon, and I also am a dork, but you can throw a geek in for the same situation. I can sit and wait when I ain't even wanna like play with my PlayStation. Yet I'm just sitting here and doing my freaking thing. I don't even think that y'all really want me to freaking change. I don't even know if y'all think that I'm freaking strange. People also know that y'all just like need to say the freaking truth. Cause there's a lot of time they get your freaking tooth off the floor. People also be like, listen, I don't even know what the hell I'ma do, but they call me an awesome Thor. Like, I don't know. What do y'all think about this beat? Who could y'all really hear on it? Produced by Decoded. Make sure y'all hit the like button. There's a lot of times I like nothing or like something. Sometimes people make sure that they go to the same place where I'm upping. Also, I am fucking just confusing. People don't know if they play against me, are they gonna lose? Listen, if you walk around barefooted with no shoes, you ain't gonna find no mysteries cause you got no clues. I mean soft. There's the times where like people know that they can't even clean shit without a clean cloth. Cause if the shit is dirty, you just gon' smudge mud on the shit. And in fact, I love to smoke weed, put some butter on the shit. Listen, I know how soggy that the butter will get if you put butter on bread cause you such a little kid. Whatever. What up? See, flow stuff. Provided enough beat as well. Alright, once again, that was by Decoded right there. And like, look, to be honest, I usually am never able to rap as decent to drill beats, to grime, you know what I'm saying, to getting in there in that style. You know, there are times where I feel like I figured out some of the flavor, and there's a way that most, like the majority of artists that get on these type of beats, like they almost hit the same, you know, styles. There's like maybe one of four that you'll usually hear. You know, not bad in terms of what you did. I appreciate the overall structure within there. You have 3 minutes and 44 seconds of beat, which I always recommend. Like, as producers, try to give people at least a 3-song structure if possible, right? If they are artists who prefer to do shorter records, they'll just fade it out. They'll just fade it out after like their first verse and chorus and stuff like that. But sometimes when you guys make the beat, too short, there are a lot of artists who feel like they don't have enough time to even get on and do a verse and a chorus and a second verse, or even just the thought to get a feature on their records. If we deprive them of such abilities, right, because they don't have the capability at the moment to extend something themselves so they can throw that potential feature that they want on it, like, we just kind of we put them at odds with themselves. And you also get heard less if they only rap to the short version of any beat. What you could do as well is literally in parentheses put like shortened version and extended version for which version that you are demonstrating, and in each one you can let people know that you have any kind of version that they need. If they wanted to turn it into a cipher, if they wanted to make it 3 verses, 2 verses, 1, whatever the case, if you provide all of those things and let them know that they have options, and maybe even provide different prices for those options, I feel like you can, you know, really give an artist like no excuse not to, you know, tap into whatever you have, right? And again, like, you may open the doors to the possibilities of what they actually, you know, may think. They may have thought, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna do like 1 verse and then a chorus, but then you saying that you have that you can make a cipher, whatever, like, literally it might throw that thought into people, say like, you know what, I should do a little bit of a challenge and get a few artists and stuff like that on it. What do you guys think? And again, who could you hear on it from the industry if you guys had to choose? If you were A&Rs for a new label. Let's see. Hold on. Send that fire. Send that fire. Send that fire. But yeah, it was pretty decent, man. I think I figured it out of how I could essentially attack a drill beat. Let's see, what else do I need to... Okay, I have that. Now I just need to share it here. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? Make sure you tap in with the show. We are live via our platforms. I'm just trying to share it up among others. All right, let me go ahead and throw the next record in. Nar, aka Obsessive. There's a lot of times. But yeah, Nick Lowe, if you're still in the building, essentially, just to rerun through what I was talking about again, because I don't want you to waste time doing something wrong. Basically, I need each vocal exactly where it is on the beat from the moment that the beat starts to the end of where the song basically ends, right? And so there's, you know, like some of them will have that empty space in the beginning because they're not in the beginning yet, and it'll come like maybe a minute or so into the record. And so I need them to be exactly in those spots just so I don't make no mistakes, or it won't be a sort of tedious situation. Just because the program that I work with doesn't automatically put them there. Kevin Gates, that'd be dope. Kevin Gates, everybody looks up in the sky because they know heaven waits.
You would see all my flaws,
but nobody.
You know what I did. We would fight every night, but you never called it quits. I'm just in these walls, I can barely fit. Every single time I tried not, I barely slipped. Why'd you have to run away like you didn't go with him? Maybe my head got in the way of our relationship. Maybe if I stayed away and kept my distance, I would see this side of love with your name on it. But I missed it.
I look at my watch because everyday time freaking knows that it goes by. Here's the times where people got freaking wings, but they don't fly. Matter of fact, homie, I don't fry chicken unless somebody freaking buys it and it's already pre-made. Yo. Like all of us do need to know how to fry chicken, man. I gotta learn that shit. That should be a revoke black card if we don't. All right, honestly, not bad, man. Like, these are the type of records that I do appreciate from Obsessive, aka Nar. You know, because it just feels so natural within this sector. He's able to get in there in the more alternative, sometimes country, sometimes like a folk vibe. And I crave the moments where I can potentially watch you guys perform some of these things live with live instruments, right? Because even like when you're listening to what he has there, all he needs is that acoustic guitar, right? So if he knows how to play it, pick it up and play it anywhere. Just start singing the song, and if he sounds just as good as he does on the record, in that live format, like, yeah, you're gonna go somewhere. Now, you did hear me at some point doing like, obviously, like mock-up drums and stuff like that with the beatboxing. Often that's a little bit of what I hear in my head that could eventually come into the record, or when we talk about extending things, because sometimes you do I feel like you give us taste. Anybody who does the lower than 3 minute situation, you guys are giving us taste of the record, a little bit of a snippet, just like, you know, here's what I can do and what I have so far, you know, type shit. But I am hoping that you guys do plan to complete these records and to make them something full, because what does happen? What happens if they hear your song, it starts becoming a big hit, you end up being invited to something like Jimmy Kimmel or Conan or something like that to perform it live, but there's only a little bit of record. Yes, you could easily maybe jump into like a second song, but I still feel like we as artists need to give the listeners their money's worth. It doesn't matter what type of artist you are. You know, if you're being played amongst a playlist of artists, you guys need to get that aspect of I only get one chance. You may be there may be only one of your songs on a playlist of 100 people, 50, something like that. So if it's just one that people get to hear at any given time, you know, it's like, take that time, be great, trust yourself, trust your actual skill and abilities to not make people get bored. The formula is, as long as you aren't repetitive, okay? As long as you are not repetitive, doing the same thing through an entire record. If you have basically no energy and it doesn't feel like you want to be a part of the record and are just, you know, saying gibberish and not really, if you ain't taking it seriously, people can hear that, right? And there's a lot of different aspects and ways that we can come at records. You know, as I said, trust yourselves and do your thing, man. Let's see. See, I'm showing potential, no doubt, for sure. I mean, look, these records, you have about, trying to, you don't necessarily send the, hold on. You don't necessarily send the SoundClouds to the show. I'll tell you the benefit of like, if you're gonna send audio in a link, benefit of doing the SoundClouds are it will be able to show how many times any given person has played it individually, right? So there are records that, like, Mr. Fresh has sent to the show that he's sent 180 times since he's been at the show. And you know, and then when I'm thinking about my review and that I still like the record the same amount of dopeness since I first heard it, it means something that you can play a song that much and you don't get tired of it, right? And I also think certain platforms will possibly let you upload things at a better quality, because with like the reels, the shorts, different things like that, you're attaching audio to a video in some cases, and then you're exporting that video and then uploading it, right? But what happens is sometimes those programs that you load the audio into degrades the actual quality of the audio a little bit, right? Because sometimes you're choosing to save it as maybe a what is it? You save it like in a lower quality, not like 4K or any kind of HD, you know, situation, and that affects the audio as well. It affects the video if there was one, and so everything has to be as high quality as possible for people to truly take you serious, but they'll also be able to see the potential of what you can do. What did Dakota say? He said, sorry, I'm on my FU shit right now. No, it's all good, man. And then what did he say? Put my feet on the table while they eat. Here's Johnny said, man, listen. And then what? He said, do you like Mexican cartels at 100 Quake or whatnot? What are we? Is that a specific song? I don't think I heard that. If it is a song, let me see. Project, let me see, it's a fucking banger. He said, you got time to play one song of mine. So the way our show works is first come, first serve. All artists must send to my email. We play things as they come in or whatnot. If you want to be played quicker and not have to wait in that line, just simply send a skip.
Nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing outside.
Information in the description, bio, all that good stuff. It's completely free to submit to the show, but skipping the line will get you played quicker. You can get more than one song played back to back, as well as potentially a recorded reaction and review posted on all my platforms and vice versa. You also help us get closer to the giveaways that we do on the show, where you guys are able to win free skips, free beats, free mixes and masters. Yada da da. Okay. Let me see what we got next, and I think I'm good with this. Let me freaking play wall popping. Let me freaking talk about the John Cochran. What up, brother B? You ever see me in Cali? I like to come work with you and record. I do record artists, but no longer at my home. I do need to get an actual studio where I can do such. When I do, you will be the first to know. Give me a second to come over here. But I'll keep you in mind. Hold on. I'm looking at my things. Alright, we should be good.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
And if you sent correctly, you should get a confirmation email back to yours. So check, always wait about 20 seconds or so and then double check your email. See if you got a reply back. It'll let you know that you've sent. If not, resend it.
I am all out of gum.
ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. We got here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
I just said that.
Heavy machinery, deadly indecency. Medicate the fiends, needing me supreme frequencies. Squeeze and leave the scene. Trap pills with the loaded magazine. Go door to door, but never sold a magazine. Turn your hair red like you promoted the MAGA regime. I'm as focused as can be. They couldn't hold me back if they threw me back in the Bing. The ratchet steams, then you hear cars crashing and screams. Johnny B. Babs, one passionate bean. Focused on stacking my cream. In dead still, might plug up, move to Mexico and run a fan mill. Need half a brick, sent infant pills. Month later, I be gripping on the Benz wheel. Year later, cop a quid for 10 mil. How you the plug, but paying rent still. Bars so hard they can dent still. Owe me I might bend still. Family man, but I'll bend still. Darker sets had me marketing red pills. Miss when utilities was part of the rent still. Rhyme hoping every line sends chills. Threats will enable me to slide the 9 in the event still. Move with the men's skill. Everything you can sense real. Drop Mercury in verses cause every rhyme's a dense spill. Every rhyme's a dense spill. Black who's the shit. Here's Johnny. Peace to wilderness.
I'll rip your head off and shit.
Shout out to Will. I almost forgot about Wilderness Beach, yo. I almost forgot about Wilderness, man. I think the first time I heard some of his, it was I believe Rock King that had started working on like a new project or something like that with some of his stuff, and maybe like Drums Rugged or something like that. But overall, right, this record was cool from you, of course. Like, you're very consistent with the underground 90s boom bap, you know, hip hop, but that grime, that stank face type of shit or whatnot, and the very abstract production that I've always said fits right in between MF Doom, Odd Future, and Alchemist Griselda. You know, your consistency with, like, you know, the rhyme patterns, trying to, you know, keep the bars, you know, going with that, does, you know, make it something dope. Hold on. All right. It did need a mix though, right? It made me wish that I could get to the vocals and, you know, help clean things up so that we can hear everything at a more proper volume. And there are records where I've heard, you know, decent mixes within what you do, your vocals. They're not too loud or too low or anything like that. This one just felt like it was low in quality, but can be better. So I do hope we're able to get in there and hear that as well. You said loved it from Decoded. And you said that piano sounds like it would be playing during a crime show, that or like a horror movie, right? If they brought back it feels like a Nightmare on Elm Street Child's Play crossover, you know, or something like that. Which, man, sometimes trends catch on, and in other times they don't, in many different aspects of entertainment, right? I expected 100% after Freddy vs. Jason came out, I thought like we were gonna get like everybody versus everybody after that. And we didn't, man. We got, of course, I think before that, maybe like Alien versus Predator, and then Freddy vs. Jason. I forgot which one came first. One of those came first though, right? And then it took us quite some time before they decided to do Godzilla vs. King Kong and build a universe out of both of them, so that way, you know. And I thought that was genius, by the way. I still need to finish the actual show that they did. There was like all of the movies that they have done I've liked, including the what is it, Godzilla something 1. I forgot what it was called. Let me look it up real quick. Hold up. Godzilla something 1. I love Google because it'll just know what I'm talking about. Hopefully. Hold up. -1. Yeah, your mother effer. So Godzilla -1 was another iteration that came out in 2023. You know, there was just something refreshing about really going back to the basics. And, you know, in the new films, right, in the one where it's Godzilla vs. King Kong, they've depicted them as good guys and stuff, right? But they took it back to the basics of him being like, you know, pretty much a natural disaster, and you know, we need to stop this, man. Tales from the Crypt, here's Johnny said, yep, exact. Shoot, you should have named the song that, or the album, by the way. Yeah, listen, can you do a Tales from the Crypt mixtape starting now? Drop it on Halloween. If you can do it. You said I'm a huge Jason fan. And he said not really a big fan of Jason X though. Listen, like I think there are a lot of people who felt the same exact way when Jason X was, I mean, it's Jason in space, man. Once you go into some kind of crazy territory, you know, the franchise has gone a little bit off the rails. You've shown that you ran out of ideas to a certain extent. Which was I liked all Nightmare on Elm Streets, but I did feel when it first came out, I couldn't recognize the genius of it. There was one where basically it was like, okay, now Freddy has come into the real world and is basically going after the actual actors who played the roles in the original movie and shit like that. Once they basically make him real and then bring him into our world and do that meta thing, I didn't think it was that genius when it first came out. There was just something different that didn't make it stick as much. I can't even really remember most of the deaths that happened in that, but the ones I do remember when it comes to things that he did in the movies, right, coming through the TV and then suddenly it looking rubber somehow, yet still have the static, you know, on it and shit like that. At the end, what's her name walking through and her foot just falling through the stairs like it was oatmeal. The Wizard of Oz video game kills, there was a lot of different things that he did that was just, you know, really dope. The remake that they did, I thought it was fairly decent, but again, I can't remember half the stuff that happened in that movie. I remember thinking it was decent, but you know, they do have to do a little bit more. Jason, I know they did a potential maybe fan-made film or something like that. Seemed like it was a little bit more indie. Again, back to basics, but a little bit different as well. You said Jason X was wild, you know what I'm saying, and that was a weird one. Jason X though, in space, they can still do more. I just want to see more crossovers though, right? I'm trying to figure out what would be the best ones, because like who still remember? Damn, we can't get another Candyman. We can't get a Candyman versus anybody because Tony Todd passed, unless they decide to recast or maybe use the one from the remake. But I don't know, man. I think I would, unless we're able to bring back, for someone like him, his face, his features are very distinctive, so we need the actor. For something like Jason, Halloween, and Mike Myers, Leatherface, like you could put anybody with the body stature behind the mask and it would still work. And those are people who don't really talk. Freddy was the most talkative of any of the sort of, you know, villains in these movies, or killers as we like to call them. I don't think any other ones. Well, you know what? Between who do y'all think? Who do you think has talked more in their films between Freddy or Chucky? I think those are the two. You can maybe throw Leprechaun if you wanted to in the mix, but man, this is a good conversation to have on freaking Halloween. I need to say this. I need to say this conversation for a Halloween podcast. Let's go ahead and get back in the line up real quick. So Jason versus Leatherface would be dope. I'm just trying to think about what would happen. And like, do we need, listen, the thing is though, right? I feel like, just like with versus battles right now, right? With the versus battles with artists, I feel like whoever chooses to versus with the other, I feel like we have to leave it there unless it becomes something like okay, so-and-so has killed the other person and now they're moving on to the next, battle, essentially. If they're gonna do it like that and do a continuation from Freddy versus Jason and say like, like he's won that battle, now he's moving on to Leatherface, I suppose that would be fine. But I think, like they did Alien versus Predator, do the franchises that make the most sense within the worlds that they're confined or dropped in. They did have a comic, by the way, that was Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash from Evil Dead, which again, he fits right into that franchise as well, to both of those. He's probably the character that I actually would bring to everything, as a matter of fact, right? He literally has a chainsaw on his hand. Imagine him going against Leatherface and them clashing. Like, that's the cover right there, them clashing chainsaws, hand in hand. Said OG Candyman was phenomenal. And then that would be so hard, though. I would make people mad on either side. Terrifier. Ooh, who's the most? Okay, so who's Terrifier's equivalent? Who is Terrifier's equivalent in terms of someone who gets in there with like gory kills? I would say, like, we could still go in there with Leatherface a little bit, maybe. Comedically, Freddy would have worked. But like I said, we already did that. And there's way more movies that have come out since too. So like, my gosh, we got to see. Wait, didn't they actually do, like, let me look up real quick. They might have done a Grudge vs. Ring movie and I just forgot about that. Grudge versus the Ring. Like, am I tripping or did they actually make that? Sadako versus Kayako. I think and that was in 2016. I might have to go watch that. So again, it's the Grudge and the Ring crossover. I need to go see if that one was freaking good, man. What the freak? See, like they at least tried that one, which makes sense as well. Said I watched Us for the first time last night. Crazy. That's a good one right there. It. The clown It. I feel like, see, him and Freddy Krueger would have been perfect too. Because, well, see, it affects you in the real world and not just your dreams, right? So that's the counter to Freddy. Freddy literally would have to come into the real world in order to, break things or bring it into his, which is crazy. Man, again, I do like this conversation. Let's bring this back up. Halloween, I will be streaming both on Halloween and the day before. So make sure you guys tap in. If you are new to the show, send your music to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. Decoded said It and Terrifier would be a decent one. But like, Terrifier is, and the reason why I say like you got to find the equivalent is because Terrifier is he's a body horror kind of person. I can barely describe the kind of kills that he has, but it's that gross. It's shit you definitely wouldn't want to happen to you, and to just be standing there watching it happen to somebody else. But there's still an entertainment sort of like aspect. Let me see. Is that Grudge? Yeah, there was a Grudge versus Ringu, and apparently they called it their actual names. So you kind of gotta look it up under that. Deshaun, we got you up right now with What's the Cost, featuring Eli's G or Ellie's G. Let me know how to pronounce that. What's the cost? What's the featuring cost?
What I can't have. Still stuck on the same
Terrifier versus Victor Crowley. That's a good one.
Wanna love, but what's the cost?
Oh, black phone guy in it.
That's okay. Don't got many friends. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay.
He's just gonna pull out some balloons and shit.
Are you okay?
They both do mess with balloons, though.
You got me lit, I might just fucking fall. I'm in them DMs trying to risk it all. I'm on my grind, I got no time to stall. You say it's for me, then it's fuck them all. You say it's up, well then I'm stuck with y'all. I got my eyes on your prize, feel them thighs when we ride.
See, you gonna win. I got my eyes on the prize and the time when we ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, to change up the melody.
I got me lost, hypnotized, moving silence, no lies. What's the cost of shit if I ain't okay? Make it whole way, all the shit I did in those days. What's the cost of being a winner? Potty perky in my system. Pull a lay, we keep it hidden. Life a gamble, I be tipping. What's the cost of chasing riches? Got me stressing in my system. Pull a lay, we dug the city. Text me secrets like your sister. Always want what you can't have.
The kids, huh?
Why you stuck on the same path? Chasing dreams that don't never seem to last. Looking back, now the future moving fast.
Always want what I can't have. Still stuck on the same path. Wanna love, but what's the cost? She don't wanna fuck again. That's okay. Don't got many friends. That's okay. That's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. There's a lot of freaking time where, like, if I'm freaking chilling with the girl and she ain't got that freaking vibe, then I won't stay. And if I ain't got no freaking controller for a video game, then nigga, I won't play. But all right, let me come over here. You're like, what the fuck was that? All right, so this was a nice vibe. Some chill. A little bit of a banger with the overall drums that we're hitting within there. The melodic production that was there was I don't want to say ominous. We'll just say it was chill. Nothing too crazy. Not something that you hear and want to get hyped to. It's a like, let me sit down, roll one up, cruise and vibe to a little bit. But I stand by what I said with like the first half, right? You do want to have a variation of melodies when you guys are singing any record, right? Because what happens is, if anyone is listening to, one record from you, they haven't heard anything else. So if you hit it up with very minimal effort in terms of those ideas, like, it's all about the ideas that you can have. Many different flows, many different melodies. And if you only do one of those ideas, some people will assume you're gonna do the same thing on every track, right? And that may not be the case at all. You probably have other things where there's more variations of tones throughout things, but this one just made you feel like you should do that. But like, let's say, again, you guys make a different genre of music, so you guys, are allowed to come at things in different ways. In fact, like, you can, let's say this is the first version of the record, right? Which in most cases it is. After you've done that, then you go back in and analyze your own song. Analyze all of what you do on the verses and figure out what are the things that you can do better. Do not assume everything that we do is gonna be top notch to everybody. One size fits all, you know, type shit. We want to aim to impress, and so if you hear yourself only using 1 to 2 tones, you know what I'm saying? In this case, that first thing was you know what I'm saying? It kept going in the same situation. You want to think about, okay, I did this on the first few bars. Let me switch it up here, whether it's a flow or the melodies. But you definitely want to show people what you can do melodically, because here's another way that you guys can look at it. Have you ever heard the, like, let's say records from Kenny G, right? He plays saxophone and there's like a beat in the background, or a band playing, you know, with the drums and different aspects, but he gets on with the saxophone, and then like he is with his melodies and the saxophone, because that's what it is. He doesn't get on, let me sing on the thing. It's the saxophone thing. So you're hearing that. If your songs are good enough, like, people like that will be able to make those versions of your songs too. And there are literally stations that will play the, you know, smooth jazz, and then, like, again, they'll have versions of known records where some of the instruments are basically playing the melody of the vocals, right? And so if your vocals are only going in 2 tones and that's it, like, it's not really that like, those won't make good records in that, because you're just like ding 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 ding, like that. It's just that, it's that while the beat is playing and the other elements are there. And I think people are always going to want more in those occasions. So you want that, and you also want other R&B singers, maybe rock artists, anybody in any other genre. You want them to hear your song and to be able to hear a version that they can do of your record to pay homage, but to take it into their neck of the woods, right? So punk rock, heavy metal, R&B straight up, you know, like, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. That's all y'all need to make sure y'all do, and y'all will be fine. Okay. Second verse did feel like it took some of those different liberties that I'm talking about or whatnot, right? So it just needs a little bit of a matchup there. That was in the world, you know what I'm saying? Gems, man. Where he said he sings with his sax for sure. But you know what I'm talking about, man. Like, I mainly think about the saxophone. Like, I don't even remember what his voice sounds like. I think about the saxophone when it comes to him. And there are other artists who are very much the instrument. Like, I'm sure you've heard of I forgot her name. There's a violinist, and she would do like hip hop songs and certain things like that, and is really good at it. But it's really just thinking about those vibey track from 1,000 Worlds, and then Super Chill from Decoded, and then let me see, a good few records always, man. This is not appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, let me see if we can go back into the lineup. If you are new to the show, make sure you send your music to my email. It is ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Please send your records to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com, or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
For those that don't want to wait, you can hit that skip line. We'll get you played immediately, or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion.
Yo, nonsense and sir, Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing out.
All right, we got Project Jehobith with Vengeance. realistic, listen on. Even though if y'all gon' get this all unfitted, photo visit, send a freaking photo and shit. This video is wild right now. I know it's AI, but
is deception, how can I trust you? My perception is deception, how can I trust all my pain and sorrow gets me through tomorrow. Can you take vengeance on my lips? Vengeance with a kiss, vengeance with a fist. All my pain and sorrow gets me through tomorrow. Can you take vengeance on my lips? Vengeance with a kiss, vengeance with a
we did need some real instrumentation in this. Golly. This almost could be like a Rob Zombie record. All right, so you know what it is, man. What I would like you to do, obviously it still needs a mix to get the clarity of everything, you know, up to par, right? That includes the production itself. When it comes to anything that is rock, alternative, you know, the adjacent genres, metal, death metal, we would love for any of the instruments that we are hearing to be like a recorded live kind of situation or whatnot, right? That's the package that we you know, kind of expect or whatnot. I mean, there aren't too many times where we see rock artists, right? And it's just the lead singer and they're on stage just singing to an instrumental. Like, there's usually always a band, and that's what has always set that genre and others apart from some of the ones that are a little bit more comfortable just using the instrumental. And I feel like the instrumental or the record is the lowest thing that an artist can do when it does come to live performances. On the record, it's okay, I suppose, because we can still get the idea of the record itself. But I mean, think about it like this. I love Paramore entirely, right? The lead singer, Haley, as well as each individual band member and what they bring to the records, right? I absolutely love every guitar riff and melody that's in there. I love the way that the drums hit. And while we're listening to the songs, we literally we can appreciate every individual band member in that they bring the song itself to life. If you do instrumentals, that completely goes out the door, and it's not a band kind of situation. It's way more of the, like, you know, solo artist kind of doing your thing. Hold on real quick. And again, the vocals needed to be cleaned up a little bit more. It does feel like something that could be a Rob Zombie or Metallica, you know, kind of record. Like it has the energy and the vibes and stuff like that. So ultimately, as long as you have the plans to perform things live with the band and do another version of the actual record itself, right? Which again, we consider these close to the garage band version. When it's like, you know, it's not necessarily mixed the best, but it's the idea. It's like a really rough a version of it, but you know that once that artist gets signed and then that they put them in a real studio and make sure that they get that pristine mix, like everything comes together and the song feels even more grander. There may even be extra parts that aren't on what we're hearing right now. In terms of the video, while there were AI elements within there, I believe, you know, it was still something decent to be able to put to it in terms of visuals. I feel like what could have also been added though are like lyrics, right? If you're gonna do a situation where you're not necessarily in the video, in my mind, figure out a way to put you in the video anyway, somehow. Like, you know, you doing green screen. You could have literally done a green screen thing where you're performing in front of the screen, right? And everything that we're seeing on the screen is behind you. And it cuts back and forth between you sort of in there, upside down, on the side, close up, far away, like whatever the case. There's ways to do things like that. And then making a lyric video where we get to see the lyrics come up, that will make it feel like there's a little bit more work done. When it comes to any AI kind of situations, which it might not be or not, let me see. And then let me see what you say. He said, dude, is mixed and mastered by Universal Records. What the fuck are you talking about? And what do you mean? He said, you have no idea of this kind of music and shows. And your show is dumb. What are you talking about, man? Listen, it doesn't feel like it's professionally mixed and mastered. Everybody in the chat, be honest with me. Does it sound like it's professionally mixed and mastered right now? Be honest. Like, cause your vocals are kind of low. If you're gonna put that right next to a Rob Zombie, a Metallica record, things like that, right? It's not gonna be the same. So they need to go back into the thing. Don't call me stupid for giving you the criticism that I am hearing at the moment from what you provided me with. All right. You know, it's all I can only give you my honest opinion on what I hear on my end, right? Because it could be anything. It could be the fact that we talked about earlier, how if you upload your song to a video from an app, from a program, if you don't save that video properly to make sure that the audio is also still the same quality that it would be on the official album, sometimes that affects how people are gonna hear it as well. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not just me, man. But it's all good, man. Thank you for sending it through. I appreciate you or whatnot. You don't have to send anything else if you don't want to or whatnot, but I'm giving you my honest opinion, man.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, knowing I'm a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Let me see. You do know that I don't just listen to rap, right? Like, I literally, we just got out of a conversation where I said, one of my favorite bands is Paramore. Like, what the fuck? Like, calm down, bro. You are taking it way too personal. Let me go into the next record and we'll just leave it there. But like, you gotta be able to take feedback. Not everybody's gonna feel the records in the same way. And I'm only like, he acted like I said like I didn't like the song. When I don't like something on the show, you know what happens? We cut the record earlier and you get one of these.
Try to act like nothing's ever wrong. When these rappers try to make a clever song, no matter what they do, we'll never get along. They fix the COVID, now we'll never share a bomb. I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest. I ain't gonna lie, man, your rap's really garbage. Speak what's on my mind, cause I'm actually honest. You feel this in your eye, and your back, and your arm check. I got shaved right up.
Listen, come on, man. I didn't hit that. I listened to the whole thing because I did like what was happening there. I just felt like it could still be better, right? Let me see what we got next up. All right, Jupiter, we got you up next with Faithful. Let's go up ahead. What up, Psychotic? Hold on. Let's go ahead and throw this in. And this one is an MP3.
Bags packed by the door, she says she's leaving me. Uber's on the way, she says she's so done with me. My heart can't take it. Baby, I know you can see it breaking. Knowing you were sleeping, I was creeping. And you finally found out that faithfully. Damn, baby. Don't know what else can I say. Don't know what more can I do to get back into your heart. I hurt you, and I know that all the love you showed, I didn't show it back. Now I gotta live without you. I don't wanna live without you. Bags packed by the door, she says she's leaving me. Uber's on the way, she says she's so done with me. My heart can't take it. I know you can see it, baby, I know you can see it breaking. Knowing you were sleeping, I was creeping. And I finally found out that faithfully.
Someone call the law, call the feds, tell them that I've been a jump off that roof, I'm on the edge, I'm standing on the ledge.
I'm too lit off that goose and I ain't going crazy for the jump to get on the edge. I know, you know that it's been way too long since I've been without you. Been a minute since I had you. Can't see myself living without you. So since I just can't live without you, it's time to think it's time to. It's time to think it's time. It rains, rains, rains. Yeah, it rains over my head. I popped the painkiller, but I still feel you. I've emptied out the liquor in the house that we share. Can't let go, none of your pictures. So away my t-shirts, cause they smell just like you. It's time. Someone call the law, call the feds, don't matter. In the jungle.
Alright, big freaking salute right here. 3 minutes and 32 seconds. You had a few parts in there where you, of course, switched it up. I feel like this is potentially to a video that you turned into audio. As it has that heartbeat a little bit at the end. I appreciate you taking that time with the actual record. And for those who haven't heard him before, he is very consistent within these lanes. The more kind of club-centric, kind of more dense R&B songs, right? There are always still parts that I think you can do better in terms of more energy with the vocals and you know, singing at high, like more energy, right? Because some dance songs, like, you know, we talk about this all the time, some records that are more for you know, dance, there will be artists who don't, not necessarily dumb themselves down, but they don't show their full capability because it's more about just the vibe and you getting in there. But I want you to think about more harmonization and you know, some of the melodies in there that go in there. You said Run It Back wasn't completely listening and stuff like that. I got you. And we will come back over here. We got Run It Back over there, so we'll hit that up. What up, brother B?
Books, but living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many cooks. If you're always getting robbed, there's too many crooks.
Living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many cooks.
If you're talking about this one. I like that slow down R&B.
By the door, she says she's leaving me. Uber's on the way. She says she's so done with me. My heart can't take it. Baby, I know you can see it breaking. Knowing you were sleeping, I was creeping. And you finally found out that faithfully. Damn, baby, don't know what else can I say. Don't know what more can I do to get back into your heart. I hurt you, and I know that all the love you showed, I didn't show it back. Now I gotta live without you. I don't wanna live without you. Bags back by the door, she says she's leaving me. Uber's on the way, she says she's so done with me. My heart can't take it. I know you can see it, baby, I know you can see it breaking. Knowing you were sleeping, I was creeping. And you finally found out that faithfully.
I like the first half a little bit better too. Not much change. It's like it like slows down and turns into something.
Someone call the law, call the feds, tell them that I've been a jump off that roof. I'm on the edge, I'm standing on the ledge.
I'm too lit off that goose and I ain't going crazy for the jump to get on the edge. I know you know that it's been way too long since I've been without you. Been a minute since I had you. Can't see myself living without you. So since I just can't live without you, it's time to think it's time to. It's time to think it's time. It rains, rains, rains. Yeah, it rains over my head.
Which section do you guys like better? I like the first half.
But I still feel you. I've emptied out the liquor in the house that we share. Can't let go, none of your pictures. So away my t-shirts, cause they smell just like you. It's time. Someone call the law, call the feds, don't matter. I'm on the edge.
Yeah, honestly, I think the first half takes way more of a slow jam kind of vibe, and then the second half takes it to more of an energetic one, right? So it has that from the bedroom to the dance floor kind of vibe, right? I think that's the perfect tagline, essentially for it. I'm gonna jump back in the line up. I'm gonna jump back in the line up and see what we got next. Chris Rojas, we got you up next. Give your thoughts. Give your thoughts, man. Listen, every now and then, I gotta have the small conversation, right? Because every now and then, there's like one artist. It'll be like one out of the entire freaking show that either cannot take feedback, will think everybody's hating, and it could be the smallest thing or whatnot, right? If for those of you who frequent the show, there are times when I talk about an artist who came to the show once or whatnot, and they got 10s across the board, and then one person had an 8, and they went off on that person. You know what I'm saying? In the same way, like, oh, you hating and da 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 da. And it's like, no, you can't dictate what people are going to feel, hear, and experience with any of the records that you guys send in. Not every record, not every song is gonna be every single person on this planet's favorite. We all know those that got tired of Not Like Us, like two to three plays in, they were already tired of it. You know what I'm saying? And then there are those that could play all day, every day. And it was exciting for them. Everybody is completely different. I can find you a million people who, like, you could say any artist name on the planet, and there's somebody who goes like I don't really care for their music. Whether you say the Beatles, Elvis, Eminem, freaking, like, it doesn't matter who we name, there's gonna be somebody out there who just doesn't care, right? With that said, our music will be perceived differently by different people based on their experience, their ears, their dislikes and likes, and the goal is just to see what people think about it, right? If things are done properly, there are no complaints. People aren't saying, oh, you should cut your vocals up, you should change the beat, you should do this, I wish you had this little section over here. There should be no wishful thinking for a song that feels like it is professionally done and top notch, all the way through. So you won't have a problem. But overall, in this era where you are able to come to review shows and get any kind of feedback, I need you guys to look at all feedback, good and bad, as good, essentially, right? Because there's a time when you will send your stuff out, or just like post someone on a platform, and nobody taps in, nobody lets you know if they even like it at all, right? And so be humble enough to know that it's all art. Music is a form of art and expression, and the goal is to really see how our music is experienced by others. If they didn't, again, not everybody likes every ride that they go on at every theme park or whatnot, right? If you literally interview each person, some people are gonna be like, yeah, it's alright, and then the others are gonna be like, it's my favorite ride, and then another one's gonna be like, I'm never going on that again. Music is the same way. Art is completely the same way. When you think about painting and pictures and sculptures, take a group of just 10 people to an art museum and get reviews about every single one of them. Get reviews about every single one of them from about the piece of art, and you're gonna see that people are very, very different. One person's just gonna see a white sheet with with spots on it, and it just looks like they just threw paint up there. The next person is gonna say, oh, I love the dexterity of how the artists use their emotion to convey, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll hear it or see it in a very different way. Movies are exactly the same as well, right? Like, I was in movies where people stood up and clapped, and then I went home and watched and read reviews to like people hating on it like it was the worst movie ever. And so I'm like, man, where is the discrepancy of like the people that do and don't like it? And I do love having the conversations, but we can't think every single record that we do is gonna be the shit, or start arguments with people because they critique maybe like one or two aspects, about it. I want you guys to be great. I want to like everything about a record. If there are certain things that I feel like could be better, I'm just gonna mention that in case you do want to go back in and do something. So it's up to you guys, but trust me, it doesn't help. It hurts you more than it helps when you get in your feelings and show that you can't take a simple critique. Because again, with that other record, like, quite literally, y'all all heard me. I liked the song. You know what I do when I don't like it. I will cut it early. I will hit that button and be like, nah, fam, that mix just ain't it. What were you doing over here? It sounds like this. And I liked it. I just felt like it could be a tad bit better, you know what I'm saying? Even 1,000 Worlds said it felt like they rushed everything within the thing, and that's it, man. Just have tough skin. Otherwise, don't send the review shows. Don't send it to anybody, as a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it. Don't look at the comments for the records that you release, because if someone remotely wants to give you their actual mind, and you're gonna treat it like that every time, like, you're in the wrong business, man. Let me see. We have a record. We're back in the free line again. We got Thunderground Radio. Thunderground Radio. My gosh. I will tell you this, like, where J-Dub, right? J-Dub is an artist who has sent to the show, right? And there were times when he got so many Dorky Don't Play ads, he almost wanted to quit. And I told him, no, don't give up. Just like listen to what I'm saying and make those changes, make those adjustments when you go into your newer records or go back in to change your older records, and people will perceive them better. And once he did that, literally all the comments changed pertaining to, the records. We could see the potential in everything. But the first iterations of the records that he had, it felt like it was freestyled. It felt like he didn't really think about the melodies and where he wanted things to go. Every single line was a punch in, and it took him some time to be like, all right, you know what? Let me actually try to learn this song. Let me do this. Let me actually not sing melodically on this other one, and then see what happens. Like, he did those, and we were able to clap. We were able to go through the entire record and not hit a Dorky Don't Play That. So it is possible to win anybody over. You just gotta wanna actually do it. Hold on, because I opened up the Spotify, but I'm waiting for it to change over. Waiting for it to change over. Tales from the Crates. Volume Tales from the Crates. Every time you in class, you probably is late, which is why people don't want to wait. Listen, I'ma like every single song tonight. I'm not gonna hate, but I don't even know if like I give this shit an 8 or like a 9. There's a lot of freaking time where I can rhyme, and I don't even really know if I could do this all the time. But there's a lot of y'all who act like I am committing crimes. I'm just over here listening. I ain't ripping this. Freaking, you know what? There's a lot of time. I'm terrific with this shit, but I know that I don't even really think that I'm spitting this shit, man. Matter of fact, I ain't even in the whole kitchen, but I know that I am a freaking duty to chicken, and I know that I don't even really know what the hell I'm a freaking do with your chick when you can tell me that there's lots of times where you would have lived in a pig pen. I can't rap. I gotta rap and then stop and freaking come back ASAP. People are like, is there ever a show where you do not like wear a hat? I'm like, nope. I always got this snapbacks, and people like, there's no freaking way that Dorky raps whack. I get on tracks and I don't freestyle, but I do this shit right now because I be the guy that'll figure out shit. There's a lot of times, man, you about to get your mouth split like Joker. People like, dog, there was this one chick that I saw outside last night, and then I poked her with my hand. Now the penis, people know that freaking you can never go all up to Venus. I don't even know what the hell happened, man. I make a remix to all of these shit, and then I go and get 3 sticks and some rocks and brush, making all the fire. A lot of y'all freaking wanna go and get Mariah, tell her to sing songs up on your song like tonight. I don't even know if like I should like freestyle or be a writer, but I am both. People know. Let me stop. Not bad, not bad, not bad. It's about to end right now. That was Arsenal, the Beat Chef. Let me see if I can run it back a little bit, just with the beat by itself. Arsenal, the Beat Chef with Long Ago. One of his beats from Tales from the Crates. Every Halloween he does another volume. Biggie would be dope on that. There's a lot of times when there's a lot of times when there's a lot of times when I don't even know if I am going sky high. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I like rock, EDM, freaking I appreciate raps. Appreciate dubstep, appreciate country, appreciate that all of y'all gonna buy me a Humvee. People often be like, man, you dumb B, you look like kind of like an offshoot of Gumby and Steve Urkel, or sometimes I need purple freaking crowns. There's a lot of times where I'ma put it down. People know when it comes to freaking guns and spit the rounds and stop. So this one, we'll talk about this, right? Let's go ahead and clap again, and then we'll do a little bit of the review. Now, being that it's for you guys, does it feel like, because I said like, you know, a lot of the beats that he'll make for these specific tapes, I can, you know, we should have the ability to just run the whole tape on like Halloween. If we're just sitting outside passing out candy and stuff like that, there should be a vibe where you can get that in. You can get in there and do horrorcore rap records or a Halloween themed kind of album and stuff like that. I think the sounds are there. It reminded me of like Nightmare on Elm Street in terms of, you know, the theme that you might have gone with. For all I know, it was exactly that. And you know, reversed and stuff. The drums were cool, you know, standard hip hop drum pattern that we know and love, but it works with it. There was an aspect about the old thing that I did want to be mixed a little bit better, because certain things did feel low, and it's already on Spotify, so there's no way for me to adjust the volume. You have made beats that do hit a little bit harder, and just to prove that, let me see if I have Part of Me's back or whatnot. Like, he produced this record as well.
Respect for respect, respond and connect. We on deck to wreck a record for the people, so excuse me for a moment, if you will.
If you quit,
It goes one by one, step by step. Number 2, flexecutioner, you check my rep. As I sidestep, fly to death, you report to IRS. When it comes to lyrics, mine are best, you should try to rest. Woke up kinda blessed with a pint of cess. Had the finest sex, then I laughed at the sight of death. I might object, I'ma resurrect the innovative styles that disintegrated while you pretend you made it. I fucking really hate it that you affiliated with any greats. Coming late, it's kinda silly, ain't it? A part of me, way a part of me back. Hit you in the jugular right where your arteries at. This is sodomy rap, cause I'm raping all the tape decks. Fuck a prophylactic, I don't believe in safe sex. I can see the greatness, Donnie and the beat chef. So man, quick to drop a body on the beat.
Right, he also produced this.
Hey, you know what the fuck it is, man?
Another one of the ciphers.
Yo, man, I try to get a peace of mind. It's hard the way the streets design. So when it's time for me to speak my mind, critique the lines, put it in the form to articulate and demonstrate how I can't relate to the fake that associate with hate. My mind structured to avoid.
Right, again.
Nah, so disgusting. Y'all ain't really dope like that. Simplistic. You overrated. I'm the goat. It ain't complicated. Off with the heads. They all decapitated. Got haters. I love it. I embrace it.
Yeah, things just feel a little bit better in some of those, and I just wanted to, match up. Obviously, if we were to get on the actual beat itself, and then, turn a few things up here and there, during the mastering process of the song, we can get things a little bit louder though. Your freestyling is definitely an art form and extremely challenging. Some big ups. Shout out to and fire emojis within there. A nice old school vibe. Decoded said, man, agreed. And all right, we should be able to go back into the free line again. I appreciate y'all patience as we run through. We have Reezy V up right now, man. If anybody is trying to send a skip, y'all know what to do.
Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from Hot Ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries.
Standing outside and I'm about to steal your mind. Trying to line this up on our TikTok side. Hold on. Gotcha, muchacha. All right, what is this? Every day.
You're 10 minutes late for work, but you were 20 minutes late yesterday.
And then the other day you were 20 more minutes then. And so here's...
Yeah. It's Razy.
What up, K-Way?
Done. Feel like every day I'm dealing with a new problem.
Sometimes you down, but you gonna be up.
Every day I deal with a new problem. I'm gaining money but losing sleep. All fucked up, be wanting to cry, but don't show emotion, I think that is weak. How the fuck niggas start moving weird? They started to change, they saying it's me. I had to cut people off of my circle, not just friends but family. I stopped drinking for months. I was getting right, getting shit together. For me to be back, doing the same old shit when I know that I know better. Cold-hearted, I sleep with a sweater. Pop a pill cause I'm numbing the pain. Introverted but everyone know me. Still adjusting to having a name. I remember when I was a nobody. Now I'm lit, they don't treat me the same. Everybody always want a handout. Can I have this? Can I have that? If you asking questions, then I gotta ask. Can I have peace? Should I move tech? I've been done wrong, my heart turned black. So light up, smoke a few packs. I'm constantly running. I'm running as fast as I can. Running from all of my problems and my insecurities. It's hard for me to be a man. Where do I go when shit hits the fan? I have a plan, this plane gon' land. I'm independent, invest in myself. My revenue can't go to Uncle Sam. These niggas can't stop me, no they won't. Stop saying you feel me, no you don't. You know how it feel to be on top of the world. Have it all, they go broke. Don't fuck with the internet, it's just jokes. Man, I was online, that's how I cope. I get love from the people that matter. I go to the hood, it's like I'm a pope. Every day I deal with a new problem. I'm gaining money but losing sleep. All fucked up, be wanting to cry, but don't show emotion, I think that is weak. How the fuck niggas start moving weird? They started to change, they saying it's me. I had to cut people off of my circle, not just friends but family. Every day I deal with a new.
So, shout out to Reezy B. A little bit of a different record or whatnot, man. I never know what I'm going to get specifically from you. Would that be a good thing? It's a little bit of a good thing in that, you know, you're not predictable. You're not a one-trick pony, you know, who essentially just makes all the same song over and over again. Bedtime, yo. Now, and for what I'm trying to explain is usually he will have more melodic records. I think that's a lot of the first stuff that he would send to the show. He usually gets in there with very good, you know, melodies. The beat will be very different depending on what he does. And there are a few times where we get something like this where he's rapping a little bit more, right? Is it amongst some of my favorite from you? Not really, just because I know you got better songs in both sectors, and both some of the ones where you rap and sing, just in that. And when I say it's not my favorite, it's just in the way where if you weren't in the building, would I play this song to show people an example of a dope artist in that lane? You know, it's again, it's alright, it's okay. There's still more that you can do. You made the song short, 2 minutes and 5 seconds, so there's definitely more that you can do to really maximize the effects and nature of this record. I feel like that the type of beat that we had, it could use a chorus, even from like a different singer, but like, you know how to do it. I was curious why you didn't, and you just kind of, you know, let it be you just going in there doing a little something inside though. You said nice flow, timing, you know what I'm saying, a little off though. And yeah, there was like one part in there where I felt like there was a line or two that went a little bit faster than it needed to be. So be at perfection if you can, so people can see you in the best light always. But not bad. Let's go ahead and continue once again, ladies and gentlemen. AR, we got you up. You said thoughts on this unfinished piece. Let's get it. Gotta make sure I'm not saving to the wrong folder.
Tell me you love me when you don't. I don't care anymore. There's no point in crying when I die.
That's it. That was the shortest record ever. I don't even know if that was like a joke or not. I mean, it didn't sound like it. It was extremely quick, right? Obviously, I know that you can't just put that out as is, and in most cases, there are artists who will send snippets of things to really see if they should complete it. If that is the question, I think yes. We are only able to hear a very small amount of what you're doing, though. Yes, the vocals, you know, to a certain extent in certain places sounded like they were off key, and you added like weird effects to it that you know, do need to be polished a little bit more depending on what sound that you are trying to give it. But I need to hear the song in full to really be able to judge, right? Judging a section of a song, I don't think is the best kind of thing to send to our shows per se, just because it is social. And imagine if you had waited like an hour, 2 or 3 just to get that one small thing you know, played or whatnot. So make it worth yours and my time, right? Well, while we're in there. if that's all the idea that you have, and you're like, should I even attempt to make a full song? Again, I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know if you're gonna rap at some point, and this is only like the chorus section, or half of the chorus section that we would hear. But there are harmonizations. There's a song in here that you know, like, it could be a reference record for a real song for another artist as well. Like, I don't know what I want just yet, so you have to really fill it out with whatever you might have in your head and stuff like that. K Melody! Is that Chris? K Melody! Chris! Baker! That's what we would do in real life and shit like that. Melody! Let me see. And he was like, man, you know what I'm saying? What do you think? What do you think? Again, you know what I'm saying? K Melody, if you listening, so this is what we got just now. This is what he sent us. I hit play and I was like, okay. That's it, right? And so we like, yes, the melodies, tones need to be on point. Things need to be sung a little bit better and polished in the right ways. But that's how short it was. Not even complete. Even if that was like a taste of the chorus, it's not even the complete chorus as well. So we don't know what else is in there, if the melodies change, if he raps on certain sections, or if everything is more of a melodic thing. But do get in there and try to do it as right as you can, so we can show you that appreciation even more, man. It's only a little bit. He said no. And he's a wife, isn't that and stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of short. And we would just say that over what? That over and over. Melody, Chris, Melody. 2 hours later. Melody, Chris. Okay, are we ever going to say anything? Let's see where the next record is. If you are new to the show,
be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
All right. Did we already get one from you? Let me see. Deshaun? Or is this the same from... Oh yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we already got you. Okay, so let me jump back in and let me see. Alex Wake with Clot. Let me get you in there. Maybe the file got messed up or something. Yeah, like that's usually what happens, but somehow that feels exactly like what he wanted to sing.
Yeah.
Send that fire up, hit that like button, share the stream, tag an artist.
But I was quiet as a mouse, was in my 20s out there living in a moment, getting lost. And never liked me anyway, in due time they will pay the cost. Go ahead, take me for granted while I'm here before I ghost. Serve you in the afterlife, it's shit I ever really gross. Never wanted to be famous, I just wanted to compose. I was trying to keep composed, relocated out my zone. Learned some things I should have known. Women no longer exist on this planet. I see hoes, I see models who don't post, I see rappers who don't rap, bunch of singers acting trap, bunch of trappers trying to act phony friends who wanna dab. I don't really know what it was, but know what it is. The poison in their water that they drinking. I pray for their kids. Lost generation of a youth who don't wanna live. Hard to find some purpose in a world that's really filled with shit. Rarely give advice, but shit I'm older, so just listen here. Stack your money, then get out. Spend your time, make it count. Take a chance, don't ever doubt. Never linger in your thoughts. Don't get caught up in a thought. Government and all these shots build you up until you clot. Vicious cycle never stops. Don't put faith into a human. Intuition is the key for the lock to finding God. Pray you find. Be protective of your mind. Go ahead and take your time.
Take your off time and shit.
Life is but a rhyme. You know life is but a rhyme. Be protective of your mind.
Yeah.
Be afraid to take your time.
Don't be afraid to take your time.
Big. Yo, big brother, yo. Big brother, wait, yo. Big brother, wait. Big brother, wait, yo, big.
There's a lot of time when you kick it, you don't even really know what the hell you're gonna do. But I'm really trying to rip this. I don't even know if I can rap to it. But there's a lot of time where like people wonder where the statue went. It just got up and freaking left. There's a lot of time where people like, shut up, nigga, your breath. You gotta get some freaking gum or maybe like a Tic-Tac. And there's a lot of time where you didn't know that I could rip tracks. But I will freaking try. Clot. That was Alex Wake with Clot. You know, let us know who produced it. Someone in the chat is asking essentially about that. And you said the mix isn't the best. Hope all is well. Like, listen. Honestly, like, I'm not even gonna complain about the mix so much as per usual. I just want more song, right? This is 2 minutes and 10 seconds. You got in there, it felt like you felt the beat, even though you purposely kind of rapped a little bit lower. It's weird because you can tell that he has energy, but decided to just do the more like I'm whispering the freaking verse in your ear, you know, type shit. And you know, you were killing it at least or whatnot. So there's still more that you can do. What I always at least ask for is, you know, at bare minimum, two verses, a chorus in between, and a chorus letting the record, you know, ride out. If you are willing to do a third verse in any situation, it only ever has to be 8 bars, which is the same amount of bars as a chorus usually is. And you know, like that's at least what I want to say. What up, Mad Dog McGraw? He said I was hoping for a second verse. See what I'm saying? And like, again, we have to talk about the many aspects, you know, or excuses that artists make to why they do make shorter songs, right? Some of you guys think that people have short attention spans. Others think that, you know, having a short song will get them more replay value because, oh, they really like it. They're just gonna, you know, run it back. However, or the producer only made as much beat that is there, and so, you know, you didn't think you had enough time to really make, you know, more song. If you really love a beat, extend it, get with the producer, tell them to extend it. Like, we're always more than welcome. 100%. If an artist really wants to rap to one of my beats and they feel it enough to want to add more artists or make it a cipher or something like that, I'm gonna oblige. I'm a definitely support the project and anything that's going to get them and me heard more. So I think about it a little bit like that. And then for those that think about the replay value aspect, I often think it's a selfish cheat code. It's like you not providing enough actual song and expecting the listener to think it's enough, it's okay, and then they're just gonna run back the same verse. I don't want to just hear the same. I want to hear what else you can do also on that same beat, or what else a feature could potentially do. So there are many different ways you guys can get in there. Again, no excuses. If the beat is too short, hit me up as an engineer, as a producer as well. I can always produce more beat on it. I can extend it for you and loop it in the right place so it sounds natural and it doesn't feel like it's off or something like that. And then on the other ends, you know, do just hit up the producer if they're willing to do it. If you can contact them, I just know how I am, and even more, I would rather people come to me anyways if I produce the beat instead of somebody else to extend something. I did like it though as well. Like that beat was fire, had a decent melody within there. But there's elements within it that you guys can potentially hear. If you guys know like song progression and you know like where other instruments would come in and stuff like that. Like there are many things I would still add on top of what we're hearing now. What did Paul said? He said working on a new project focused on just more upbeat, happy music. So I'm hoping that energy is felt, no doubt. Let me see. Anyone want to hop on and message me and I'll extend the beat. There we go.
Quiet as a mouse, was in my 20s out there living in a moment, getting lost and never liked me anyway. In due time they will pay the cost. Go ahead, take me for granted while I'm here before I ghost. Serve you in the afterlife, it's your time ever really grow. Be afraid to take your time. Words from your big.
And see, in there element, there's a little extra in there. You do right. That's a little something. There's also more that can be within there or whatnot. What did you say? And in 1,000 worlds, was that your song? So that yes. And they say, yo, I don't know if I'm gonna hop on it, but I do fuck with the song, so send it to me. Yo, hey, listen. I talk about this all the time as well, right? If you love something, what did I do with that other incense? If you love something and you want somebody on it without the pressure of maybe getting someone like, you know, because not every artist may feel it in the right way. They could feel it, but maybe they're still not the right artist for the song in most occasions, right? So the way to maximize allowing everyone who wants to get on it and see what they could do while still being able to curate that yourself, right? Because if you just put let's throw the beat out there or the open verse and people have to download the MP3 specifically, they do it that way. Some of them may not even decide to upload their thing. Maybe they do it on different platforms that you don't or aren't able to check into, and like you won't know everyone who gets their stuff attached. However, if you do something like TikTok, right? Any of the platforms that are like TikTok, that you can duet with the situation. You put a little bit of your verse or you know, chorus or whatever leading up to the beat just playing, and then let people kind of duet with it, right? It's the best way for you guys to really show people the song, give people a sample of it, see how they feel, and you can create a community behind the record as well. There's a big audience that every individual person who does that will have, and you get to tap into that audience every time you do yours, and people within there may also want to do one themselves because, you know, they see how dope your situation is and what the last artist might have done, or they'll think they can do better. So you can literally just scroll through all the people who kind of duet with it and then pick the best one to actually be on the song or a remix or something like that. You said that upbeat production really caught my ear. I'm gonna low-key be studying your songs, and then I beat a little for my project All Love. That's what's up. Yeah, I think that is inspiration in there, and I'm curious to see what others could bring to. That's what I'm saying, man. Don't y'all wanna know? Or don't y'all want? Like, what I need to do is like what I do want to get more into making choruses for my beats, because what I've done, I mean, I like anybody else, right? We get in there, we kind of make the beats, we put them out and stuff like that. But the one thing I've always felt like I had been lacking in is like, look, Pharrell was smart. Swiss Beats, Timberland, like they were very smart because they would often put themselves within the production. They don't make tight beats, so they would let me actually get on the chorus and and basically be the inspiration for the song itself. Sometimes you guys have ideas completely when you hear a beat, but literally the dopest thing about a producer getting on the chorus is like, if it's something catchy and dope, the artist who then hops on it will have a, you know, they'll have to basically like cater to the words and the concept that you put forth. And so seeing what people do to that is even doper, because everybody, you know, kind of has to abide by, you know, what was said. And if they don't, if they just kind of ignore the chorus that's there and then do whatever, it'll feel like they're just on a whole different song, right? So I am probably gonna try to do that. Let me make sure I star this from Nick Low. Let me make sure you get that. All right, let me see what we got next. Did we? Nope, we didn't do yours yet. Paul. Let me see. Where is this one? Where is this word added shit? Tried to take a shit, but then I wondered where the bathroom went. Matter of fact, I can smash this shit. And yeah, Mad Dog said he was hoping for a second verse on that too, so 7K with Don't Play.
Hey, 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 don't play, don't play, hey, hey, don't play, bitch, don't play with me. 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 I got different colors on my wrist, I want different color type of whips in a crib, I want all these niggas on my dick. I stay patient, time to pop my shit. I remember 17 and Dover. Why see my home with a YVR? I'ma take this vision global. They wanna see my scars, I'll show you. Almost there, but I keep my composure. You just gotta witness this Jehovah. I got a whole lot of weight on my shoulders. Baby, you love me, don't say that it's over. I'm the man of your dreams. Baby, tell me what you need and I'm wrecking up for us. They look bogus to me. I don't fuck with industry, all them niggas is morons. It's gonna cost you a fee. Just to put a village, we need a couple more. But the tickets are cheap, cause I gotta see my fans when I'm on tour. Bitch, I gotta get my best. My mom no pants for pockets full, bitch. Who said I needed a torch? I carried a light up inside of my core, bitch. I had to mature, I've been through it all, I think I deserve it.
Appreciate that, C-Low.
I had to mature, I've been through it all, I found my don't play, bitch, don't play with me. 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 I got different colors on my wrist, I want different color type of whips in a crib, I want all these niggas on my dick. I stay patient, time to pop my shit. I fell in love with a bitch, she playing around, now when they got me a queen. I heard that nigga a snitch, she look like a clown, but that was my hero on me. Back in the day as a kid, I was looking around and I thought they was better than me. Nowadays I look around and I see that them niggas is frauds and I can't get into the schemes. Bitch, don't play with me. I'm an asshole, but I don't feel the same. Bitch, don't play with me. Running for the cash, know these niggas not a kin of me. Don't play, bitch, don't play with 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 me. I got different colors on my wrist, I want different color type of whips in a crib, I want all these niggas on my dick. I stay patient, time to pop my shit.
I like that. Ooh, I like that. Okay. 10 seconds away from that 3-minute spot. Chorus is hella catchy, right? Like, and listen, I appreciate those of you that are willing to get on records and actually do a chorus. Let's clap one more time for that. Okay? Because the conversations that we have are often like there are artists who will just straight up rap through the entire beat, and like that's fine, right? I always say like the fans, the true fans of you are the ones who will accept those records and will, you know, 9 times out of 10 they may remember the name of that song. But the people who are hearing you for the first time, the people who are gonna have the barbershop conversations and ask you, hey, who you listening to indie wise or whatever, the chorus is the thing that they are going to need to identify your record, right? They're gonna have to get in there and sing that thing, and the chorus can be repeated throughout a record. It can be something played at the very beginning of the song before like the drums drop and shit like that. It can be played right after the first and second verses. If you threw a third verse in there, once again, you got an extra opportunity for it to play again. And the more that you hear something on a record, the more you start singing with it or rapping with it as you start to, you know, progress through the song or whatnot. You just have to have that familiarity within there. And I like that there are different sections, right? We talk about not being super repetitive and only doing one thing on a record, because to a certain extent it does get boring. It's predictable when you guys do that. If it's the same one melody, one tone, one flow or something like that, like people are only gonna think you can do one thing, and in most cases they only hear one song from one artist, period. I can count on one hand how many Soulja Boy songs I've actually heard throughout the entirety of him living on this planet. 692. Like I literally have not heard, like I can remove at least 3 fingers in one hand, and that's how many 6ix9ine songs I've actually freaking heard. I'm just saying, right? Just because I'm like, man, like I don't know, like you listen to something and then you ask, how can people like this, right? But there are certain records where you can kind of see how people would dig the flavor that the artist is putting out. There will be a level of talent, there will be a level of, you can tell that the artist feels the record that they're on, and they're not just going in there and doing random things. We all know the artists who do that. Some of you guys may be in the building right now, right, just watching and be like, oh shit, let me change my submit. Listen, do what you gotta do, but you have to know what certain people are going to hear if you do that. If you don't aim to impress, then you become background music. That is a song that's not necessarily too like bad enough to cut off, but it's something that would be on in the background. Nobody really pays it attention. You know, it's there, but no one's like moving to it. No one's going, hey, I need a feature with that artist. Yo, who's that? You go and request it to the DJ and shit like that. If it's just something that can be on in the background, you know, like some people may be fine with that. Like they may have not locked in to the version of themselves that wants to compete with some of the best when it comes to artists, you know, within the industry and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I like that record. I feel like there was a decent amount of performance in there. I would love to see a lyric video for that. What do you say? I wish I could send more, but can't break the rules, but I appreciate the good work. So it's all freaking good or whatnot. Yeah, it's one song. Basically, the way our show works is like this, okay? It's one song per artist in the free line. Artists are able to pay to skip the line if they want to get played faster or get more than one of their records played throughout the show or in a back-to-back fashion, right? So, and the 2 ways, as a matter of fact, Silosta may have inspired me to want to do something. The 2 ways that you can get back in the free line, so to speak, are number 1, if you get a Dorky Don't Play That on the show. That means if your record is so bad we have to hit.
When these rappers try to make a clever song, no matter what they do, we'll never get along. The COVID now will never change.
we have a lot of different. We got a lot of different ones of those or whatnot. If you get one of those, or see those that just sent 5. He just sent 5 just to show love or whatnot. Via the Cash App and stuff like that, and I appreciate that. While that's not enough for the standard skip, I can let it be something that will allow you to get back in the free line as well. Like regardless of like if you've had your complete play, you still want to get back in, but you don't necessarily want to skip. If you send half, we'll oblige and stuff. That way, you guys have options and stuff like that or whatnot. It's not mandatory to send money to actually get played on the show, but it will help a few things. Also, skipping the line does deter us from hitting the Dorky Don't Play That.
Think that I'm the only dork here who's laid in a brain. I gotta ask my freaking doctor what it takes to be strange. I will hit you fucking rappers in the face with a cane while you on a fucking train watching snakes on a plane.
What up, Mel Catalog? How is the podcast coming along? How is the podcast? Anyways, let me jump back into the Freeline. Mad Dog McGraw, we got you up. Always excited to see what you have. Always excited. Yo, El Catalog, you gotta send some beats. You gotta send some beats to the show, man. Did you do a song with like your daughter too?
I came in way too early.
I wanna see.
Yo, chickadee check, chickadee check, chickadee.
I came in way too early.
Yeah. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Mad Dog.
I looped it a little bit. I was gonna rap, but I'm like, nah, let me wait till the end.
3.
Let's go. Let's go.
Bottle with Tangeray, 2 blunts, pure flame. I'm on a natural high, my pen game is ordained. Friday night, end of the work week. Now I'm hunting for a freak with a thick physique. Kelly Rowland skin tone, Regina King's face with Jill Scott's tits and Nia Long's waist. No time to waste, let's cut to the chase. We can head to the telly or kick it at your place. Sipping gin and juice, yeah, I'm old school. In the parking lot, about to act a motherfucking fool. Puffin' good green and my cup stays full. If you don't feel how I'm feeling, nigga, fuck you too. Sipping gin and juice, yeah, I'm old school. In the parking lot, about to act a motherfucking fool. Puffin' good green and my cup stays full. If you don't feel how I'm feeling, nigga, fuck you too. Baby, you look luscious in them leggings. Yes. Got Harpo dough, and I'll gladly be Stedman. I hope your head game is legendary. Corinne Steffens. No gripes about my pipe. I leave limbs trembling. No need for settling. Pick the top dog. Check my Yelp reviews. They all 5 stars. She turned that ass around, bent over on the car. All I could do was look to the sky and yell, good Lord. Sipping gin and juice. Yeah, I'm old school. In the parking lot, about to act a motherfucking fool. Puffin' good green, and my cup stays full. If you don't feel how I'm feeling, nigga, fuck you too. Sipping gin and juice. Yeah, I'm old school. In the parking lot, about to act a motherfucking fool. Puffin' good green, and my cup stays full. If you don't feel how I'm feeling, nigga, fuck you too. MCing is a sweet science, respect the art form. I stick to the script and refuse to conform. No, like a husband with a hall pass. I take everything personal, but this ain't the last dance. Here's your last chance. Bail out, bitch. Vacate the premises, and you better make it quick. I'm a preposterous prick. I show no remorse. If he dies, he dies. Let nature run its course. Sipping gin and juice. Yeah, I'm old school. In the parking lot, about to act a motherfucking fool. Puffin' good green, and my cup stays full. If you don't feel how I'm feeling, nigga, fuck you too. Sipping gin and juice. Yeah, I'm old school. In the parking lot, about to act a motherfucking fool. Puffin' good green, and my cup stays full. If you don't feel how I'm feeling, nigga, fuck you too. Your favorite rapper makes me chuckle. Just another bitch nigga with a shiny belt buckle. Beat kicks,
Shout young fat, show sun gat, watch sun scat. I don't push wigs back, but I cave in chest, bitch. I bet you probably bathe with caress. Microphone professor, I get stacks for lectures. Immeasurable temper, this that full court pressure, nigga. Sipping gin and juice, yeah, I'm old school. In the parking lot, about to act a motherfucking fool. Puffin' good green and my cup stays full. If you don't feel how I'm feeling, nigga, fuck you too. Sipping gin and juice, yeah, I'm old school. In the parking lot, about to act a motherfucking fool. Puffin' good green and my cup stays full. If you don't feel how I'm feeling, nigga, fuck you too.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit I think about like every single day, and I don't even know what about this beat, but I just want to play it freaking over and ever again. Freaking there's a lot of times where I either freestyle or I'm gonna pick up the pen, and I know that there's a lot of time when you gon' sit up and then freaking maybe I'm gonna go get up your chin with the freaking mother effing fist. A lot of times like people also like I don't know where the heck my breakfast went, cause I was like looking at it and I tried to eat it. There's a lot of times like you are tired but don't know who to sleep with. People also like thinking, hey Dorky, you should keep this. I also wanna like buy the beat, but it's the cheapest. I don't even know what's happening. I'm rapping and it's no, I'm just saying. Anyways, I like that and you are consistent. Listen, ciao. When I write, it's so different than when I freestyle. 3 minutes and 33 seconds. I appreciate that full song structure. We got a chorus in there again from a different artist, of course, and we appreciate that. Like I said, something that gets you involved with the record, right? And you know, the other thing is, you know, without a chorus, unless people know the song, right? I'm saying whatever one long ass verse or whatever you want to put on the thing, without a chorus, unless people are hardcore fans for real, you miss out on those opportunities where you can have the crowd participation moments, right? On something like this, right? There's many parts within there, but especially the fuck you too, right? That's where I would, you know, put my hand out. Like after they get acclaimed with it by the first, you know, one or two times, right? Like it'll be something that people know when it's gonna come, and then you just put the mic out to the crowd, and you know, like they love the when we tell them to flip us off and all that, you know, kind of shit, or you're flipping them off, like, you know, ain't nobody gonna get mad. Ain't nobody gonna get mad. Mad Dog McGraw has a style that, for me at least, like I want to listen to every record, right? Because there's I think I've compared you to like the mad rapper meets like a very, like if Busta Rhymes was like very stoned and you know, just couch locked. You know, there's something in your voice that is both like fun, animated, and your hip hop, right? So that your beat selection is always on point. And I appreciate that consistency, right? All we need now are official videos to a lot of the records that you actually have had, right? And then what do you say? And then come on, chat, let me hear your pens. So head on over to our YouTube side. That's where most of the people are actually, you know, chatting at. And you said I give it a 9. Wait, what did Silos to say? Yeah, I sent you something new. That's what's up. And yeah, you said, okay, so let me go up a little bit. Yeah, go head to our YouTube side. You'll see more of the good things. And I can barely say that. I hate when I have to announce it out loud, because TikTok will always, they'll be like, we gonna block your reach from the outside. You trying to get everybody to another platform. So I'm gonna have to restart the TikTok stream real quick. Hold on. We'll be right back. Hold on. Let me read some more of that chat. Like, I had got a message from what? The niggers. Okay, I was wondering about that. Let me jump back in. All right, so you said, you know what I'm saying there, the salute we got from 1,000 Worlds, tough from Paul Fudo, let me see, and then that beat flow is fire and stuff like that. I'm saying he got in there and he did his thing. Shout out to 1,000. You also said respect to MCs who really rap. This is what I'm saying, man. Some people don't want to be an MC. I think that's the thing. Some people do not want to be an MC, and they are just someone who wants to exist. You know, I make music and I just want to exist type shit, right? But then there are those that like, no, they want to put together concepts. They want to have the bars in there. Here's Johnny is someone who, I know I'm talking about a completely different artist, but he's an artist who does send to our show. Here's Johnny, always gets into what I call like battle rap mode, right? His energy and you know, just the way he raps is like he's battling someone every step of the way, every moment. And I also get the vibe that he's performing it through and through as well. We always talk about the artists who may punch in a little too much, like a bar for bar. And when I hear that, I don't often, I'm not impressed, and it takes away something from a record. Even though I'll be able to see bars and an energy there, right? So when I can hear what feels like an artist going in and really rapping their record and it feeling close to a performance, it shows the work ethic of that artist and the ability to even get in there and do that. I also had let me see, a tough from Paul. Let me see, send you some, got you. Yeah, and then Reezy V, what up? You see, I saw someone say the flow was off. See, I saw someone say the flow was off on every day. You know what I'm saying? For everyone that doesn't know, I'm from New York, but I live in the DMV, so and the unorthodox flow is the norm. No, but here's the thing, Reezy. So listen, what it felt, it didn't seem like you were offbeat on every aspect of the record, right? I know the style, trust me. I know those that get in there with that, let me rap a little bit faster than a beat. But what it felt like on that one specifically was there were like, you know, one or two parts where it felt more like it was more of just an offbeat thing, and then you were on the rest of the time. So when we hear that, it's looked at as more of a mistake and something that does need to be perfected, as opposed to you know, anything else and stuff. So essentially, right, I do listen to the styles that you guys are going for. I've heard you rap, you know, pretty standard as well, like not in that way. So you are an artist who can get in there in the right ways. You know, for me, I'm personally looking from every single one of you guys for the records that I would put on my playlist and in my top. You know, I basically always want you guys to send the things that if you were not in the building, that if I wanted to show people other artists from the community that are dope and handled beats the right way and things like that, you know, we want to be able to play those aspects without there being too many that people will be like, yeah, but look at this, you know what I mean? So there's that. And then 1,000 Worlds, you know what I'm saying, that's dope G. And you said I usually rap on beat. That's what I was saying. He said I was just showing love to the DMV with the cadence and stuff like that. I could see that. But I guess just be consistent is the overall gist. It's the overall just matter of fact, dog, I likes and shit, and sometimes y'all are overall pissed. I also want to know that, like, if you go on dates with peeking chicks that like you, like, will you overall kiss, or will it be something different? I know I want to be able to. Let me see. Oh, see, Losta, are you, well, you have your thing coming up. I was going to ask you, you had sent another file of Wisco's, like, I was trying to figure out what it was for. It was a tad bit loud, and any extra vocals that were in there, you kind of pull out and one or whatnot. I was wondering what it was sent for. Was there something different that I needed to do to the version of the chorus that he had done with what you gave me originally? Because I know, and I noticed that with the one that you provided me with first was very different from the one on the reference record that you had sent before, right? And so I had to literally cut the sections to where, you know, his vocals essentially were in the reference that you had, and then make that match up. But I was wondering if there was something different about the new one. Did I have to go back in and do something there? Did you get the version that I sent you? And let me know that. Hold on, let me jump back in here. Did we hit the button?
I'm floating in the air, drifting all alone in the zone, and I don't care. Please leave me alone, everybody leave me there, 'cause I'm high.
Alright. This is a record from C-Losta. Also Jinx, I know him. And C-Losta, well, I be out the mud. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
C-Losta.
This is when I thought I was out.
You already know.
Pull me
Yeah.
back in.
Oh, so you can catch me on that road, my nigga, just looking fresh. Homies on the move, my nigga, chasing a check.
What up, Steven?
Money to a vest, these hoes just good for sex. See you already know when the block gotta wear your vest. But fuck your vest, cause we aiming for the next seat. And all my shooters holding guns and size of rulers. Like K2, they putting holes in your medulla. If you scared to pull up, nigga, no. Drugs will bring it to you. See how the soul more drugs than what you think, nigga. Put niggas on to lean, money blue and pink, nigga. Out of hash, shorty stash it in her pink. And that dope ain't good if it ain't paycheck, don't stink. 1300 for that OZ, other damn speed. Man, that shit be so good that the fiends never sleep. Got the water from Philly, man, steady making niggas tweak. Also money to the gang, nigga, money's what we
really
seek.
represent the clout, these niggas lie about. Always trying about. They can never double up when it's not a trial. If the shit don't make no sense, then it's a lie. So you need to check in with your main supply. Cause we got it out the mud, nigga. We get it out the mud, nigga. We got it out the mud, nigga. Get it out the mud, nigga. We got it out the mud, nigga. We get it out the mud, nigga. Got it out the mud, nigga. Everything till I'm satisfied. I honestly became a lyrical mastermind. That I dig in without even asking what's the point of me. I'm too busy focused on trying to kill this shit in front of me for real. Fuck how you feel about what I represent when I ain't never asked for a handout or a fucking cent. Let me vent like some shit to blow air through. Me and Oso feel like the industry music is terrible. So shit, I've been on the grid without no pot to pitch. Trying to flip legit, but shit don't work, then I'm gon' cop a brick. Distribute it quick until I feel like I can finally quit. And if this shit ain't adding up, then I might double back a bit. These rap niggas just about the life I really live, knowing goddamn well they ain't built for this. So if I say it, that I mean it on the loud. Don't be trying to build some cloud and get your goofy ass knocked down. These rap niggas just about the life I really live, knowing goddamn well they ain't built for this. So if I say it, that I mean it on the loud. Don't be trying to build some cloud and get your goofy ass knocked down. The clout these niggas lie about, always trying about. They can never double up when it's not a trial. If the shit don't make no sense, then it's a lie. So you need to check in with your main supply. Cause we got it out the mud, nigga. We get it out the mud, nigga. We got it out the mud, nigga. Get it out the mud, nigga.
It's all good, Decoded. I appreciate you. Get it out the mud and shit. A lot of times, like, people hit you in your arm and suddenly there's some blood in it. Thinking, I don't know what is like happening. I'm smoking blood and shit. People are asking, what the hell my brothers mean? I like that. So also Jinx also sings to the show every now and then. It's always dope when we're able to get records that are collabs from artists from the community, right? Especially when we get to know each artist individually, and then you combine forces for that record, you know what I mean? Now, if you don't know either artist, you're gonna hear it completely different, just as a standard song, you know, and you're gonna see the contrast between the artists, you know, it's gonna hit you in just like a standard kind of way, right? But just know that for some of us, there are a lot of artists who have made names for themselves across the review show sector, and they're known for many different things. See, Losta, who was the second artist, you know, on the record, often known for rapping like fast, right? In the same way where you hear like Tech-9 and Twista and Bone Thugs and things like that, right? But the thing that I like about C Losta is he doesn't always have to do that. So even the standard records, you know, like this, where he goes at it at a more, you know, standard pace, it's still dope. He still has conviction. He always has something to say on each record. And there's maybe one record that I've heard from Twista where he doesn't rap fast, but I always felt like there was something again, it felt just ever so slightly off. It was still dope, but it felt slightly off because you were so used to him every time, right? And the same thing with Tech-9. If they ever dumb themselves down, you feel like, man, I'm just waiting for that moment. You're waiting for them to go in there and hit it up, and for it to be off to the races, right? Going from Eeyore to the Flash in seconds, essentially. But see, Losta doesn't always need to do that. Like, I still feel like he kills his standard verses, which makes him a top-notch, you know, artist. And this is something very different. Oso did his thing as well. And I would have assumed, I feel like if it went the opposite way, right? Let's say if the beat is just there, I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like if you had got the beat first, you probably would have hit it up in a different way. You might get in there, possibly a little bit faster, and then attach it with that, maybe, right? Again, I don't know yet, but I'm just assuming. And then it would have inspired Oso to do, you know, the same, to get in there and do what we know you to do. But it felt like he made the record, you adapted, and, you know, actually liked some of the mix on there as well. So not bad. What up, Jiffy? Let me see what everybody says real quick. Gonna read off that one from Jiffy. Let me see. What's the email to send my music to? Never mind. You got it. Thank you for paying attention. You got it. You got it. You got it. And you should be in the free line. So I just want to let you know, because sometimes people on the Twitch side get confused. When you see the chat popping up over there, know that it is the chat that's also from YouTube, right? We have the YouTube and the Twitch linked up together, so when it says like Restream Bot or whatever, it'll also have the name of the person that's talking right next to it, so you'll know that we also have other platforms with us or whatnot. We're also on TikTok right now as well, so shout out to DM. And what do you say? And he said, one, I used an AI singer for but the beat was, of course, all me and stuff. Listen, first, I want to thank you for admitting anything at all is AI up front. Because any AI record that comes to the show, we have entire conversations about. I'm sure you know that the landscape of AI and the acceptance or lack thereof from certain people, you know, is at least at this moment up in the air because of different aspects, right? I feel like when we get into these conversations, it's mainly just trying to explain that listeners want to hear the actual work done to a song, and we also don't want you to cut corners. We don't want you to go straight to making an AI record as opposed to working with real artists who 100% would be willing to help you bring a record to life, right? Because in those cases, it's literally like you're cutting out the middleman. And in the same way, we don't want artists to use AI beats. Think about it like that. If you as a producer use an AI artist to hop on your record, it is the same way as a real artist using an AI beat. And both of you guys are cutting corners on both sides, right? Where literally if everyone's using AI beats, the producers are no longer getting paid. And then that's not a job that people can do anymore. And on the other side, if producers stop going to artists, you know, we miss out on that authenticity from a dope new producer on there. Same thing with writers who don't go to the artists themselves and or a producer to bring the record to life as well. Just know at the end of the day, we want to see the work. The same way if you're in school, you can't just if you're in school, sometimes if it's a math test, you know, you're lucky if they let you use a calculator for certain things. But if let's just say you're a child who does not know math at all, and you're still trying to freaking learn, they still want you to learn how to actually do addition and subtraction, right? Like on your own, and multiplication, like the basics, right? But if you use a calculator for those situations, and you don't actually do the work to show that you know what you're doing, it's hard for people to know how much of your actual work was done. So in your case, you did say like, okay, I made the beat, and then the artist is just AI. You know, we're gonna see like what the AI, you know, came out with in terms of you know what's there, but really we're gonna pay more attention to the production, because that's what we're gonna, you know, want. And ultimately our answer will usually be like, yo, hey, you should definitely get a real artist on this and have them replace the AI artist before the initial release, and yada yada yada. Just know, like, we want to see that work so we can be impressed in that way. Because all the cutting corners for anybody, it feels like cheating. If literally a director were to be like, write me a movie, or if it got to the point where you could literally type in the premise of the movie and then AI puts together the entire film, you don't need to get actors for it, no people to do the voice, no anything. If it becomes that easy, will people still go watch the movies and feel like, you know, there was something dope there? I think there would be like a half and half. Those who don't realize that something is AI, they'll see it just as a form of entertainment. But then those who in their mind, they're like, that actor was not even there right now, and they just sat there and potentially got a paycheck for it. Or even more, if they create people who are fake, like, we feel some type of way because we can't admire that person. We can't go see what other movies that fake person is in. We can't shake their hand, watch interviews, and be in real movies with them because they don't exist. Like, we have to be careful with how far we use AI and allow others to use it as well. That's all I'm gonna say. Interface, what up? And then thanks for your input in my songs the other day. No doubt. It is my birthday, and can you play my request, please, Steven or whatnot? When yours comes up, we will 100% play it, my brother. Did you say it was your birthday the other day? Didn't you say it was your birthday the other day? Or am I tripping? Send me your ID, but block out any information you don't want me to see, so we can prove it. And then I will oblige. So you know me too damn well. Dorky, no doubt. Loki, hokey, cokey. What is all that? What else? Let's go ahead and jump back in. Now, you know what? Let's go ahead and wait. You're sending. Can we play Dax? Is Dax considered an indie artist still, or is he signed by a label? Let me look it up. Because it's an issue when we do send bigger records or bigger artists, when we play bigger artists on these shows. So even if you rap to their beat, it becomes a little bit of a thing. Paralilo, what up? Thank you for the likes, appreciate that. Carolina Mike said, like replicants from Blade Runner. Oh man, listen, I mean, look, like, I'm curious on how people will feel once that becomes a thing. Man, you make me want to go watch Blade Runner all over now, because I just thought about that. Like, we're inching slowly closer to, you know, Terminator and Blade Runner territories. Even what was that movie, Space Odyssey, with the AI that they had in that, like, in very, very long ago. iRobot, you know, is another one. Like, these movies more than ever should have sequels, and, you know, people should be going back in now to really revisit and see how you'd feel as these things start coming into fruition or whatnot. But just imagine, you gotta imagine, in the same way where, like, if you were dating someone, oh my gosh, I never even thought about that. What if you thought you were talking to a real, you slid in them freaking DMs, right? You slid in them DMs only to realize halfway into the relationship that it was an AI. That's the equivalent of how we often feel when people try to trick us into making us think it's a real artist or whatever, and then it was done by AI. Like, we don't like being duped, and we just want to, you know, get in there. He said it's like writing and publishing a book with AI. That book is gonna be vanilla as fuck and sound weird or whatnot. But even if you prompt it correctly, if you prompt the thing to, like, the more detailed that you are at what you want, the better the thing may turn out, right? And so the aspect of still, like, needing to make things yours, like, is always gonna be there. But I think what people appreciate is work. We appreciate the fact that we can look at a mural, right? And if y'all know, a mural is like a gigantic painting, right? So when you look at a mural, you have to be reminded that a person actually painted it. And when it looks one-to-one like the person or whatever images they're trying to portray, it's impressive, and we would almost pay that artist for doing it. If there was a thing they could give us that we can put in our house and stuff like that, like, you pay for those because you know how much work went into it. And the more work that went into it, the more that person is able to charge for it. But ain't no way people are gonna feel as comfortable paying to, you know, kind of receive the AI situations, just because it looks just as dope, but you just prompted something in and the AI put the image together for you. It's your idea, maybe, but we still feel like there's always more that can be done. Hold up, did it answer my freaking question? I was trying to figure out, is that hold on, I guess rapper Dax signed to a major label? It said yes. Rapper Dax is signed to a major label, Columbia Records, which he joined in August 2022. So he may be a little bit hard to play on the show. What up, Oso? I just heard the song with you and C. Losta. You guys killed that. Let me type it in the chat. From where did it go though? What the freak? Blue balls, you said. Indeed. You said Dax is not signed to a major label. He's too controversial rapper. Unbelievable. Well, this says you lied. It says he's signed to Columbia Records, but let's check our sources. Let's see. In August of the same year, Dax signed to a record label, Columbia Records. Yeah, so he's with Columbia, man. You trying to get us cut, man? You trying to get us cut? No. Indie artists. We can only play indie artists. Norman Sands is still independent. We can play him. I need to see if Coast Contra is signed. Not that you're gonna send Coast Contra in, but are they signed? They've been killing shit, I would hope. Coast Contra is signed with Red Bull Music for their Red Bull Spiral music, and also Spiral series. They released a project, with Even Biz or whatnot. How major though is Red Bull? Everybody knows them, but you know what I'm saying. So hold on. What do you say? How many people be using AI in your submissions? I think AI should not be submission material. Listen, you know what? Altogether, I felt like AI needs its own genre that does not necessarily connect to the industry, right? I feel like there should be a platform specifically that is not Spotify and iTunes and Apple Music and all that, where the AI records are able to live for people who do like it and want to check it out. Like, make an app, make one specific app. Obviously, like Suno is technically that a little bit. Certain AI apps where you can make the music on, they're also a platform where you can go there, and I feel like that's where they need to live. I do not agree with things being able to be uploaded to Spotify and stuff like that, because the artists who do most of the work with their records are all competing for often like the same amount of funds and stuff like that, right? And there's not a shitload to go around. They pay the artists who do get the most streams and treat them as priority. If you get under a certain amount of streams, you basically don't get anything. The money that you would have got goes right to the bigger artists and stuff. Unless they decided to change that thing. We'll see what happens. But it's a hard kind of situation, man. Overall, like I said, we just want to see the work. We just want to see get it work. And then what'd you say? Also, you said, Dorky, I'm gonna skip for the record lies out the mud or whatnot. You want us to go back in, or hold on? He skipped. He wants to hear it again, man. Listen, so technically this would be a run it back, but real.
Things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I love gold. I got a big stick of gold where my thing used to be. Just because.
All right, give me a second. Okay, I was wondering, like, what it do. Is this your first time hearing the complete version?
Yo, yeah, see Loster.
Just when I
Yeah,
thought I was out,
you already know.
pull me
Yeah,
back
it's
in.
oh so you can catch me on that road, my nigga just looking fresh. Homies on the move, my nigga chasing a check. Yeah, money to invest, these hoes just good for sex. See you already know when the block gotta wear your vest. But fuck your vest, cause we aiming for the next seat. And all my shooters holding guns and size of rulers. Like K2, they putting holes in your medulla. If you scared to pull up, nigga, no. Drugs will bring it to you. See how the soul more drugs than what you think, nigga. Put niggas on to lean, money blue and pink, nigga.
gold member.
Had a hash, shorty stash it in her pink. And that dope ain't good if it ain't basic, don't stink. 1300 for that OZ, other damn speed. Man, that shit be so good that the fiends never sleep. Got the water from Philly, man, steady making niggas tweak. Also money T the gang, nigga, money what we see.
Always trying out. They can never double up when it's not a drought. If the shit don't make no sense, then it's a lie. So you need to check in with your main supply. Cause we got it out the mud, nigga. We get it out the mud, nigga. We got it out the mud, nigga. Get it out the mud, nigga. We got it out the mud, nigga. We get it out the mud, nigga. Got it out the mud, nigga. Everything till I'm satisfied. I honestly became a lyrical mastermind. Did I dig in without even asking what's the point of me? I'm too busy focused on trying to kill this shit in front of me for real. Fuck how you feel about what I represent when I ain't never asked for a handout or a fucking cent. Let me vent like some shit to blow air through. Me and Oso feel like the industry music is terrible. So shit, I've been on the grid without no pot to pitch. Trying to flip legit, but shit don't work, then I'm gon' cop a brick. Distribute it quick until I feel like I can finally quit. And if this shit ain't adding up, then I might double back a bit. These rap niggas just about the life I really live, knowing goddamn well they ain't built for this. So if I say it, that I mean it on the loud. Don't be trying to build some cloud and get your goofy ass knocked down. These rap niggas just about the life I really live, knowing goddamn well they ain't built for this. So if I say it, that I mean it on the loud. Don't be trying to build some cloud and get your goofy ass knocked down. The clout these niggas lie about. Always trying about. They can never double up when it's not a drought. If the shit don't make no sense, then it's a lie. So you need to check in with your main supply. Cause we got it out the mud, nigga. We get it out the mud, nigga. We got it out the mud, nigga. Get it out the mud, nigga. We got it out the mud, nigga.
I like those effects.
Got it out the mud, nigga.
I like the effects. Like, listen, dog, if I'm dope, you can write me a check, and sometimes I'll likely be next. And there's a lot of time where, like, sometimes my girl, if he can write me a text and be like, hey, what you doing? People love their music. Don't even really know what they're gonna do, but people say I'm stupid. DMX and I just randomly turn DMX and shit. So as I said, we will re-review the record, and you will see my skills right now of just like how I'm able to review the same record, you know what I'm saying, twice, and still come with freaking the detail and dexterity and stuff like that. Listen, as I said, it was a dope record overall. The first thing that I mentioned was like hearing you and him together, right? Because you've sent to the show also. Silosta has sent to the show. Both of you guys are separate artists who have made names for yourselves at different times throughout the community. And we appreciate and get excited when we do see some of you guys link up. Because sometimes we don't know when you guys are working on records at all. Like when you guys decide to even do features together, you're usually either in the emails, the DMs, or you're talking about it within one of the many like review shows or whatnot. So if we're not at every one when that happens, we don't even know that things are, you know, coming into fruition. But it's, at least for me, I get just as excited when it's like, oh shit, a Jay-Z and Nas record, what? You know what I mean? Any two artists that can link up and try to, you know, show what they can do and intermingle with the styles is pretty dope. I did also say that Silosta didn't necessarily get on with the more fast-centric rap that we are often used to in the Tech 9 and Twista categories of rappers, Crazy Bone and Bone Thugs and all that. But he still hit that thing up dope, right? You guys have different energies that do contrast in a decent way on this. And the one thing I didn't say was, you know, the record hits around 3 minutes and 2 seconds, even though it's not like 3 verses or like you throw another verse with 2 8-bar verses each in there. Like 3 minutes is the standard for me. I go like, how much time are the artists spending with the audience if they only get to perform one song? Obviously, this is not a performance and it's a record, but I listen to it in that same way, where if you guys are on a playlist with other artists, you don't want to rush out of a record, try to hurry up and get the hell out there so we can run it back, you know, for that reason. Like, we want to be able to run some shit back because it is dope. You amazed us in a certain way where we feel like, you know, despite people won't even think about the time when you have a certain thing in there. But the beat, very ominous, right? Kind of a like dark piano kind of feel, and there's definitely more that you could do in terms of, you know, remixes. I do like how some of the effects and things like that came out throughout certain parts in you know, the verses, the chorus, things like that. Also, again, you did a good job within there. Of course, he starts the song off, so, you know, getting in there and doing your thing, y'all gotta be off to the races. Always remember, you guys are passing that baton, right? And if you start off too late, he didn't do it, but what I'm saying is he did do a good job. Each artist killed it in their own way and passed that baton pretty much, you know, to each other. You can look at it like the Avengers or Justice League if you guys are comic, you know, heads and like Marvel and DC, right? Where each individual member is dope enough to have their own movies and shows, and you want to watch it. They're still badass on their own, but when they come together, it's the best thing in the world. Let's go a different generation. Power Rangers, right? Power Rangers were dope. They were always a team, but what happens when after they have the suits on and shit like that, but when they can't defeat that one thing on their own, right? They link up and become one connected robot, right? Where one's the arms, the legs, the head. They kind of become this ultimate entity when they link up together. And so that is what we all have to do when it comes to, you know, the features and stuff like that. Parallelo was like, that was dope. And in 9 years, said appreciate you, Dorky. 9 years strong since the beginning, man. And then we got projects coming and stuff like that. I think I've been doing this show for like 6, or has it been? It ain't no way it's been longer than that. Hold up, let me go look at where it considers my first episode to be. You may be talking about something else or whatnot, but I do want to see. First, I'm concerned it's been like five or 6 years that I've been doing the show. Can I pinpoint things that were out around that time? I have to see. Because I know some of my first episodes I might have done from my different channel, and then eventually I did it from my main. But I started naming episodes at a certain point, so that's what I'm looking for. Give me a second, and then we'll jump back in the lineup. I know we have another skip from C Losta. See he poster. And then for those of you in the free line, thank you for your patience. I do have your submissions. If you ever are wondering if your submission came through, simply check and see if you got a confirmation email sent back to yours. And you guys should be good. Hold on. Review show episode. Let me see. Episode 1, The Adventures of Nonsense. Man, I didn't have half the bells and whistles. Yeah, it's about 6 years ago. So I've been doing this stream for 6 years. Everything looked different. The quality that I have now is so much better compared to what I used to do or whatnot. And even just like how my voice, like I sound like I'm older now. Yep, Megazord, I'm saying. And he's like, speaking of Power Rangers.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Okay, hold on, let me hit the other free skip that Silosta put in.
Black Panther, lap dancer, that man sure has cancer. Ask answers, get questions, big weapons, blast master, quick faster, mix master, zigzags in a big bag for the kickback. Let me hit that, sir, switch back in a Christopher. Listen, man, there is no way in hell that you're slower than I am. I will donate a snail. This is why we're here, man. You're going to jail. Peter Griffin, hashtag, where's Steve Carell?
You gotta be a Family Guy fan to even know one of those lines. Why didn't the video load itself? Can you not do that? All right, let's take this.
See Loaster, man, Mr. King 16, nigga. Motivation music mixtape volume 2, man.
It's called Do Bad.
Yeah. Motivation music mixtape 102. Yeah.
Reminds me of like a video game.
I'ma break this down for you, man. Yeah. Hey, I'm back again, riding around in that trap again. Black on black and I'm stacking ends, kicking back and I'm kicking it. Hey, I'm stacking in, kicking raps and I'm flipping them, digging off in this industry, motherfuckers, I'm breaking in. Hold up, go there a second. I'ma get a little bit of money while I'm fucking with niggas and many niggas that won't go there a second. Oh, wait a second, you think it's the lost that I'm fucking with these niggas that beat up like second? I be just playing and I don't really give a fuck about haters, this bitch in the question. Yeah, why you worried about what the fuck I do? Yeah, my nigga worried the fuck about you. I can do bad by my motherfucking self, man. By my motherfucking self, man. Yeah, why you worried about what the fuck I do? Yeah, my nigga worried the fuck about you. I can do bad by my motherfucking self, man. By my motherfucking self, man. Hold up, hold up, hold there a second. I be all inside the party trying to get it started. I'm mentally retarded, motherfucker, that they get the ripping off at the top of the head and I'ma get it started. Let's play target, dip to the lane when I flash that I'm for real, nigga. I be off inside my brain so I don't really hear niggas. You niggas, in particular, you bitch niggas. Tryna fit in with this crowd and fuck around and snitch niggas. I take my time like everyone else, but you with a tuck and fold. Stick to the code or it's gon' fuck around and be a funeral. Yeah, why you worried about what the fuck I do? Yeah, my nigga, where the fuck about you? I can do bad, but my motherfucking self, man. Motherfucking self, but my motherfucking self, man. Yeah, why you worried about what the fuck I do? Yeah, my nigga, where the fuck about you? I can do bad, but my motherfucking self, man. Motherfucking self, man. Motherfucking self, man. Motherfucking self, hey, I'm back, and I'm feeling myself. All up in the middle, and I'm feeling like, yeah. I'm cold, I'm on top of my flows and shows, and I'm rocking them, that's for sure. Man, I'm hot and I'm about to blow.
Motivation music, mixtape 102.
I got grades like Messy Marvin, Yuck Mouth. And I smack you in the chaps to get to running off after the mouth. And I be smoking by myself, I don't need nobody. Just me, myself, and my motherfucking money. Yeah, why you worried about what the fuck I do? Yeah, my nigga, worried the fuck about you. I can do bad, but my motherfucking self, man. Motherfucking self, but my motherfucking self, man. Yeah, why you worried about what the fuck I do? Yeah, my nigga, worried the fuck about you. I can do bad, but my motherfucking self, man. Motherfucking self, man. But my motherfucking self, man. Motherfucking self, nigga.
Motivation music, mixtape 102.
Little bit of a throwback. A little bit of a throwback kind of situation. Let me turn this around. Let me turn this thing around. And your mama. And then your mama. Let me also make sure that the sound still works properly before testing. Okay. Man, so I told y'all, man, like for those who, again, last record, you were only able to really see one side of C. Losta. And as you can hear, like he's able to get in there, but what I call the triple time, way of rapping, the chopper flow. Some people call it sniping. And he's able to ease in and out of it, right? Where he can rap a little bit slower and just, chill, a little bit more Jeezy-esque, right? And then he can go right into like a Busta Rhymes meets Twista, kind of way of rapping. And I appreciate that for the simple fact that I'm always asking artists to have variation in the way that they attack records. That means don't be repetitive. Show people how many different ways that you can attack a beat so they know you aren't a one-trick pony. What happens when we hear you able to do stuff like that is any number of songs that we would want you on, it's hard to say no to any of them because we see your ability to attack different flows, different styles and stuff. If you only have one way that you're attacking it, then we assume, oh man, we need to find this very specific kind of beat for them to even remotely want to get on. And it limits the ideas that the potential feature would have in terms of them bringing something to you. But this even being more of like a throwback and beats like that were a little bit more popular at a certain time. You're one of the few artists that I actually accept with that sound, right? Like all of your throwbacks, I wait for your verse to see what you're gonna do, because some of the beats aren't necessarily things that I would immediately hear and then get that stank face and want to hop on immediately myself. Outside of like the video game kind of nature or sound within the melody in that beat, there's certain things that I would probably wait for. It would be a little bit of a throwaway for me but you attack it in a way that makes it look even better. And then like there's still gonna be some who still fuck with that beat 100%, and they're gonna like that, and then you're still the icing on the top. But I'm saying that it means a lot when you as an artist can impress someone on a beat that they don't necessarily like as much. You know, for artists, we're very different, right? We all often love even more the records that we wish we were on. Like you hear a beat, you automatically get that stank face. You feel like I need that. Like send that beat to me right now. You guys know those situations. I'm sure you've even like, you know, came across other artists and felt like, yo, I definitely want to hop. I got a verse already in my head. With those situations, it's either gonna be the full song itself or the actual artist. So Silos is one of those that has the potential to really get on a record and even like make you want to step up your game. We can't just get on and do. You get on a record with Silos, so you can't just get on and do anything. Right? It's the same with Kendrick Lamar, with freaking Eminem, with whoever is of that top-notch caliber way of rapping, lyricism. You know, they take it so seriously that, like, you know, Tech Nine is another one of those with the fast rappers, right? You expect nothing but quality when it comes to his ability and anybody that he works with. And there hasn't been a song from him that I heard that I haven't liked. He always impresses. The features that he does with many of the artists who can rap a little bit like him, again, all top-notch shit and stuff like that. So keep it up. You said word, and then what'd you say? And the best cowboy quarterback and Troy Aikman, you know what I'm saying? Troy Aikman. And then you say a nice Zanny beat, pocket on that wish up. He said just wanted to share that with the chat, man. Like, listen, keep doing your thing. Never stop. Oh, hold on, I gotta make sure this. Make sure. A lot of times you gotta make sure. Give me a moment before I get back in the free line. Okay. Let's see what we got. Parallelo, we got you up. Thank you for your patience. We'll go ahead and read off the thing in just a moment. This is called Transistor and Parallelo. Let me stop my instrumental, I think it's dope, and some of y'all probably think it's booty, but you know what? I would think you'd moody, you doobie, groovy. You know what? It moves me, it's groovy. Like the instrumental work on here.
There's a time when I want to
So my question to you, because there are a lot of different types of producers out here, and there are some who, you know, are more of a kind of like movie score, TV show, soundtrack, something for a video game. Even just their music itself being the thing, right? It sometimes it doesn't need an artist, right? And it's just production, and you can go out there as, you know, a producer and kind of play things, you know, live, or be a little bit of a DJ and play your beats as mixes where you throw little things here and there, you know, samples, vocals, flip things and stuff like that. But I am wondering what you consider it, right? When you make something like that, are you trying to shop it for an artist to hop on it? And do you feel like a rapper, a singer? What genre specifically do you feel within that, man? It honestly feels a little bit like it reminds me of a somewhere in between like 90s, but just the production, right? And it would be different type of singers on it, right? More of in between, like pop. Like there's a certain genre specifically that I just can't think of, but in between, like maybe late 80s, early 90s. And I mean, honestly, while I'm listening to that, I hear way more of a theme song for a TV show, some cop show or something like that. And while that's playing, you're just getting images of like the city and people living their lives and shit like that in like fast motion. You know what I'm saying? Law and Order UK or something. It's showing you lights, cars driving by, people going to work.
There's music in the air. I don't know if like you care.
But yeah, what is your take? What do you do production wise? Do you need an artist to hop on the production that you have? Or do you look at yours more as, you know, just you being an instrumentalist and, you know, kind of people rocking with it in that way? Give us your thing. And let me see. So Steven sent something that we might be able to play. We shall see. I do hope you do get that sync license though. If you don't know what sync license means, it simply is when you license your record, right? Give the ability for it to be in one of those things, a TV show, a movie, a video game, a commercial, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you can hear that during some commercial or anything like that. And you'd get paid a certain amount, either in the same way as royalties, like as many times as the commercial was played and seen and all that, or they'll like to pay some artists up front for certain things. It just really depends on, you know, their needs as well as yours. Uploader has not made this video available in your country. Jolly, man. Oh, we can't even play it over here. I'd have to use like a thing. Hold on. Dang it, man. I mean, shoot, anything with like any amount of million of subscribers has got to be kind of a lot. So watch out for that. All right, we got G Ray. Gonna go ahead and put you on in. Give me a second. G Ray with Wildin'. Did you let it die when I do not know?
Great, I keep it moving. What I pursue it. Alright. I got this guapo on my mind. Yeah, sometimes I overdo it, but I'm sorry. I really mean it. I got this dollar for my dream. I can't let no beef come between it. See, I'm trying to do right by a nigga that I hurt bad. With the Ricky Bobby, what I guess I got the first stab. Did the shit to make a nigga put him in a hearse fast. Need to skirt that. Anytime a nigga murk in his verse and he boasts and he brag and he posts, never good, it's the worst bad. If you wanna beat me, I can birth that. All my niggas telling me to curb that. Nobody deserve that, boy. You wildin', 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 you wildin' now. I'm wildin', 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 I'm wildin' out, I'm wildin'.
You know you wildin'. Hey! I was looking up in the corner and you was smiling.
I'm wildin'.
Now that we're back, you about to like somehow be acting violent. I don't know about your eyelids.
And I ran off course, been everything but a man, of course. Had everything but a plan, of course. When it comes to anybody as a stand, I'm yours, I'm yours. Real talk, let me man up for it. Anybody getting bullied, I'ma stand up for him. Name means I'm the strongest hand of God. Smite him down with the might of Thor. So stare at me with glares and frowns and scowls. Draco Sean declare your fucking albums. Sign me, I'll write all your fucking albums. Still I raps to make the name go platinum. Not at this, it's niggas, check me out. Still got balls to do this all without him. I've been conceited and stopped the beat cause I didn't pay for it. You wildin', you wildin', you wildin'.
Man, you got everything in this record.
You wildin', you wildin', you wildin' now. I'm wildin', 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 I'm wildin' out, I'm wildin'. Hey, I'm wildin' out, I'm wildin', I'm wildin', I'm wildin'. Hey, I'm wildin', oh yeah, I'm wildin' out.
I appreciate and love all of you, and I believe in you all. Do not let your depression make you. Do not let your body define your soul. Let your soul define your body.
Say I'm wildin', 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 I'm wildin'. Who wildin'? You wildin'. Who wildin'? You wildin'. You wildin'. You wildin'. We wildin'. I'm wildin' out.
There's a lot of time where I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you know what I'm finna be eating some pasta. All of y'all be telling me that I need a monster.
I'm wildin' out. I'm wildin'.
This will be a good.
I'm wildin'.
We all will.
I'm wildin' out. Hey, I'm wildin'. I'm wildin'. I'm wildin'. I'm wildin' out. I'm wildin'.
There's a hit. So that's a hit. That's a hit right there. First and foremost, 3 minutes and 3 seconds. You already know. I appreciate the time any artist is willing to hit up any song that they are doing. And you know, it shows your willingness to really, you know, your willingness and your belief in the song itself, right? Because we always start with at least that first verse and chorus, and depending on how much we feel, you know, that we make that decision to continue, or we have the job of basically making sure that we have full completion with the beat that we are making these songs to. But everything was catchy. You got in there and both rapped and sung pretty much at the same time in a different way, right? Because it was a lot of confidence. There was no auto-tune, and you were still able to get in there and hit the right melodies. We could tell that you felt the song. There's crowd participation within there, and you know, I ain't got nothing wrong with it, man. Just make a lyric video, make an animated video, and a live action video. That would be my opinion, because I feel like it would benefit from all three. Now, what you could do is a real, well, it can go either way, right? A real, like a live action, you in it, picking a location, going in and doing stuff in the video, right? And having a concept there. You can make that a full version while doing a shorter animated version of pieces of these songs. So first verse to chorus or second verse to chorus, and then making that version animated to have different things to promote on different platforms or just at different times, right? Or vice versa, right? You make the standard, you know, short form content be the one you do like in front of the camera and all that, and then the animated is the actual video, like, and then again you can still promote both in the same way. So that's what I would do, but I appreciate that for show. What up, Yanni? What up, Yanni? We are heading out at the moment, but we will be back tomorrow. If I decide to come back in a few hours, I'll do that as well. But that one right there, man, that's a good ending. Like, I should have played that while I was rolling the credits.
Say I'm wildin', I'm wildin', I'm wildin', I'm wildin',
ah, there it is.
I'm wildin', I'm wildin', I'm wildin'. Who wildin'? You wildin'.
Yeah.
Who wildin'? You wildin'.
Yeah.
You wildin'. You wildin'. We wildin'. I'm wildin'.
We wildin', man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure y'all hit that follow and, well, I guess the likes are done, but you know what I'm saying? Guess you can check out some of my previous posts and tap in there, man. Give me your thoughts on different records that we have reviewed in that manner and stuff, man. Appreciate y'all. Hold on, let me peace out, y'all. Ooh, wildin'. Wilding is the name.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stop and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so